Mama go aso. Mama go. Malusu. Malusu. Ay. Yeah. Let's watch this video. Video will have been let's watch it and we see how we talk about it. Let's watch the video.
Oh, President Nanado, Yadasi, Nyami Srau, Wamagana Yede. Me wish you Merry Christmas. You'll be Tramoyani ya. Nazuwana mi pe. Mensah vote to be on this year. Say vote to wa. If you say we are president, papa, would do woman or woodini? Do woman or woodini?
God have mercy upon us.
This year, say vote to wa. If you say we are president, papa, would do woman or woodini? Mensah vote to be on this year. Say vote to wa. If you say we are president, papa, would do woman or woodini?
Asantefonia can for the problem of this country. Yet Teswa, young country. Asantefonia can for the problem of this country. Yet Teswa, young country. Asantefonia can for the problem of this country. Yet Teswa, young country. Can for the problem of this country. Yet Teswa, young country. Asantefonia can for the problem of this country. Yet Teswa, young country. Asantefonia can for the problem of this country. Yet Teswa, young country. Asantefonia can for the problem of this country. Yet Teswa, young country. Asantefonia can for the problem of this country. Yet Teswa, young country. Asantefonia can for the problem of this country. Yet Teswa, young country.
All right, good evening and welcome to With All Due Respect Extended Version. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. It's exactly 4:33 p.m. US East Coast time. It's definitely 9:33 in Ghana. Thank you very much for joining us. If you're live on Facebook, you can watch us live on Facebook. On YouTube, we're also live on TV, Laos Silence TV. We're back again to discuss Ghana. Time in your inti and then so hope it's all like you can like. If you want to share, you can share. We just have to get straight to the point. Now, Yendi Ghana Hong Kong. Now, at the end of Ghana, Bin TB, you go straight to take care of business because about 9:33 in Ghana, at the air sign 10% will be a hundi echo. Today we talk about a year laments rise. Mebeka wasa muchira say emona omodema momba ene momba mbema ne mwaba wo school na emona say no enkora ne bedi ebibenya cancer ebibe rane blood ne ade no. As we speak today no the FDA omako a year the location a year nipa bi afa a year kutukwan bi so a omo airbag a year this sports rise ediama momba no edi wo school and we get the opportunity to talk on that matter. Mekache Ghana awofo amwo Ghana se mama Nana Dankwa Kufuado e the free SHS ekumumba sebio yeni adofo ni bi yejiminti they be we allow politicians to fool us. And a typical example Nana Dankwa Kufuado as a free SHS mabetna ha I can several times. Parents, I will for monko school uncle can't say duina mombani dinner emona say in Korano ebewu and so sebio yani I will for do ye jiminti ya Jane say Kevin Taylor ya politics and the Food and Drugs Authority Ashanti region omo akọ lucky a office actually say emona ye de ma mombano ewo school no emoni nyina say your back capitalization I'm a Ghana for the echo right now so on by Facebook you can come live on Facebook and also on YouTube you can also come live on YouTube almost share with TV so no your back say munyina so nyame enhira obia say wagya pene so say and as a wagya pene say obeden obehwe eye dwumadie we and the enwumbre show we your friend with all this extended version na your be so there na ekoso amente ya amanfo bi ekeka honsem Mr. S, Mr. P, are we good to go? We're just going to hit the road right now. Normally Wednesdays, yeah, show, but when him say Friday, any the last episode, Ebebaso for 2023. Into backlogs, we are trying everything possible to make sure Sebe Klebi Bia and Sana 2023 are ending. Into end the you know, you don't normally see me on a year Wednesdays on TV, but end them aba. Into our show menu baby and Yamisha. I'll give you people enough time to call today. I will show this no. Into Yabano, Yen Shada and Chakra, Yabako, Akodye, Jumediano. Electoral Commission asa aye ejumani biom omasa di nkwaza semi biom Jane Mensah assemblyman election today also the 1 day petono say ochina so yebesa to so if it's still materials no be enkodru here still ontumi conduct elections no yaka kire say Jane Mensah is not qualified for this job. Yakacham said Jane Mensah, Bossman, sorry, these people are dumb. They cannot run 2024 elections. Yenina who they see 2020. Saying Kanye Kufuado as Sebio MPP for Sebio Bimujimi Kakra. Jane Mensah Nanka also or resigning 2020 right after the elections. Because through these kind of things, Yenina who say, o compare Jane Mensah to Charlotte Osea. Also who say it is say the area any day anajo. Charlotte Osea nim nyansa onim sibia conduct elections, onim sibia otutunyama. These kind of petty elections, no way a warm up to general elections. But it is looking more like Jane Mensah cannot even conduct a mere assemblyman elections. And the elections, no, you say, to me in there. For 3 days, to me one assemblyman elections. Obeko baby nipa omoto about omundu nipa 400. Obeko baby nipa omodu about omundu nipa 300. And so Jane Mensah to me and conduct elections. Jane Mensah and to me conduct assemblyman elections. And then I just say, Bossman Asari, any Jane Mensah, anyway, they can conduct 2024 elections without people dying. 2024, and now 2020, sorry. In 2020, they be a mekachemo, nipa dodua omu or Ghana, no, we should blame the EC because of a year CB omu conducting elections, no. East way at the results by 4 nebai, and the Ubusa Jane Mensah said, when they win election 2020, on to me mau answer. And almost almost Jane Mensah mani di sam kwasi 7 the Supreme Court of Ghana. Go fast on black book beef baby and in your boy and then the Skita school boys. So read. Nyansa change yankopon. And preventing Jane Mensah from entering the box to tell us say way the winnie way about winner winya ebesin that yenim nipa or winning elections no. Jane Mensah is totally incompetent. She is not supposed to even be allowed to run 2024 elections. Say nyanka say peye wua. Then Yankasa Pesi Kukuya, Yankasa say Yamina, we will allow Jane Mensah and Bossman to lead the EC in the 2024 elections because clearly, where your assemblyman election, I'm running. This is one of the most easiest elections. We a year intern or EC also to me running elections, no. And the Bossman, sorry, your interview no TV so na okase. A year assemblyman election, no, a year election be a complicated. And the what Ghana catches assemblyman election, you're complicated. Then you don't deserve to go and run the general elections. Assemblyman election, and the James has about one time, I say, yen to me to Ninande, you best have to us watchna. The probability is Ochina, we assemblyman election, it is high. What kind of country is this? What kind of a year electoral commission is this? This is the lowest in the history of the Republic of Ghana. You come from day one, Jane Mensah on Rankasa wa bon. Jane Mensah orelati Ekufuado yere into Jane Mensah be EC boss. Nyansa intelligence yedi EC nim ede elections peacefully, transparent wise, no. Jane Mensah does not get to that level. Bossman Asari ejimijimi a ono jinawa okasa de say nanunsuo onim de oye because oye MPP card bearing member, and that is where the problem is. It is very important to say about as say Ghana no ye democracy no Jane Mensah no be say democracy no say you be kunya ho more 2024 you be kunya ho more pa because you're ready to admit to say the EC Jane Mensah Omono ena ema nipa in watchi wu year 2020. But when we get there, we will discuss that issue. It's very, very important. Yes, dum soni jinem ema man for yedundum light. It's more YouTube, you can basically like the show, and more Facebook, you can share the show. Now, yenche and the yenche yebeni fast na chese bibia akoda dieda. Now we have to go straight to a year yenye calculation 102b na yemfa jumadi de enhihye so. On YouTube we have about 1,385 eyeballs live. And on Moshe, the numbers is going to go up because normally Wednesdays we don't show up, but I know people will show up YouTube. On Facebook, I know so many people are on Facebook right now watching us tonight. And I know Kreno, any Emma Obia, the Echo. The producers know you're from the Ghost team. Omo energy changing some win na isi mi say. Remember, na member chechi magana for NTSA and Sana Omada. Into Jumadi no ena yedi ashishes no. We have started today's show. Into Ushami and Ubreya, I would like to say thank you very much for tuning in. I am very happy to have you here. In Sembebri, na ndi ebeka hwasem yebeka something about EC yebeka bibia fa eye mona because lemons rice omo ede mo asay ede ma eye school for mo mudi and the FDA atresi mono akwaje emono sample say omo kwa testi na sibia ade ni see no when you get there na mecheche mu akire Ghana for we will also talk about a year Jandambia aye koswa we have to destroy quick na yenko yenim. We will also discuss a year yes a year calculation bia imrebi amanfo bi a year Jandam. Let's start with a year John Dramani a year Kwekubaku in 2016. Now Kwekubaku endra mebo Egbert Fable a year Jandambia na omo ye ewo Joy News so and omo ye bibi a friend a year in review omo ye campaign a year enterprise journalism omo gigi sika a year tribal journalism Emma John Mahama eluzu elections na omo we kwatena Joy News so omo year in review. It after John Mahama left office they came to Joy News to come and tell us say sa anyoma we nti na Emma John Mahama year campaign ti ano Kwekubako Egbert Fable Kwame Stefa Kain any omo makano. Now let's go and listen to Kwekubako year in review 2016 right after John Mahama every power no also the original so actually say this is the reason why John Mahama not the worst president in the history of Republic of Ghana. Now almost say sa nyoma we John Mahama ye no and actually say John Mahama enisen could be president. Ye we are nyoma omankasa list ye no we will also compare those things to a Nana Dankwe Kufuor ni Baumia since omubedi president for 7 years. Say endeno why are these same old men not coming out? Why are they not coming out to tell us say Nana Dankwe Kufuor na ban ye compare John Mahama mbreswa de omudi analyzing no and omudi analyzing na Nana Dankwe Kufuor na ban oni Baumia ban no have they done better and they've done worse than John Mahama? We are here to let you know, say, Sa Nkokora we, Akronfo we, Wifo we, and Omode Mwabedru ha as a nation. They are liars, they are thieves, they are tribal bigots. They do what we call enterprise journalism. Eye wa usika sono, ena omunube ye juma. Eye wa obesho omoboa, obeso obesi dayamomo, obemomo juma ye, ena omoboa. Into majority of journalists or more Ghana no, they practice what we call enterprise journalism. And not nina oma yese oma to business. And business and say omutu mukushia, omo say oh yeah, could be a friend or den our friend saying coffee something. What's the name of that nonsense place they go? So they go there and nana boy na the nimu fuse aketia na oti angel no. They will repi himano. Now catch them say na omuko den omuko sports in the friend saying one kind me baby no say omukoko jandam no okay anyway
what has that got to do with a mini katu atete yes someone fix your mind what has that got to do with anything obsen me aminu no o madam for pa obsen ado me share am call so but me nu me nu nyina nim say ade na wo ye no jandam political jandam na me nu me na te happy from ye 2016 yes ade no so it means minimum agoro na ni so chen okay, cancel who know any more. We are no kwatena eye can say mimos. Osinado ye we are near kwatena mimos jowulu. Echire ho eye Methodist dan echire ho. Ni asere because asem no kan enya no kore. Eti de wo ye you should know say I know it better. Mimi apa no. 2016 me no na na ebo jandam ye fe bibi jandam asam ne nya no kura kama ne nya no kure
nti de na omo ye no we mu no nkotena mimos omo ana omo ntimi nka brofo na jimifo na omo nko school da no na omo mu share mimos e na omo so mkuta fake certificate say omo so pretend some journalist no kweku ba ko de kwa msefa kan fo ne ade no omo so omo kwa na kwatena coffee shop so they were practicing enterprise journalism into we coffee shop no kwa msefa kan wo ho kweku ba ko wo ho Egbert Fable wo ho omo guo e na omo planning how to sabotage the John Dramani Mahama administration into omo ye sad now from 2012 13 14 15 16 and they succeeded in selling John Mahama to the world. They say John Mahama is corrupt. Adia no president in the history of Ghana NIAB. He is the worst president. On to mean share economy, no, on to mean construct it, on to mean build it, on to mean create opportunities. John Mahama di Ghana Kenya or in the bush for and tough for no Jimmy, Omi and Kwasia for, Omumbu Ghana for, Omumbu Kam for Mbua Santi for. So that was the enterprise journalism these people practiced. Into from 2012 to 2016, John Mahama could not get a breather. We nya baby mpa home. So oko coffee shop eya kwa Mensah kan kweku ba ko mo reefo no jot fo no mo go jimi omo ho. Oko mimosa rapist fo no so no mo suguo. Inti ende no we are going to do that analysis. Na ma Ghana for ehu. Why we are here today. These old men are from journalists in Ghana. No, majority of them are liars. They are thieves. They don't even have anything in them except said they are being patriotic and reporting the right things. And internet there since 2017 basin there, from 2017 basin there, Obi Busami and they say is Kweku Baako alive and I will be with them. He's alive. Kweku Baako's political career was carved around JJ Rawlings. Sorry, his journalism career was carved around JJ Rawlings. Kweku Baako did not know anything about journalism. Journalism. He did not basically learn anything there. A man looking so extraordinary and I say intelligent to the point whereby he can sit on TV and do what and discuss Ghana politics. Kweku Baako got his call of being a journalist because he hated JJ Rawlings. Inti so we study Kweku Baako na say submission on radio or on TV. No matter whatever he says or the topic they are discussing or his submission, he will end up with PNDC. Because ordinary journalism na a personal agenda against a particular regime and a particular political party. And to say from day one, it was all about JJ Rawlings PNDC. Kweku Baako is not a journalist. Kweku Baako is just a peeved old man, a peeved, wretched, painful old man who could not achieve anything in his youthful life. But he basically wrote on the back of JJ Rawlings PNDC to become who he is today. Enti Kweku Baako ne kwa Mensah kan mo Egbert Fable mo some people no, they are the disease of Ghana today. And enti na obuso mo say nende omo wen, why are they not doing here in review? Nana Akufo-Addo be the president, they were practicing enterprise journalism. This is the year in review 2016. This is what Kweku Baako said after Omiya campaign Tia John Mahama Emani free office.
On this note, I start with Kweku. Kweku, what were your highs? What were your lows? What news item made your heart glad?
Well, many on both sides, right. But we can't interrogate all.
Okay, yeah, so tell us about 3-4 of them.
Look, I have to be very honest with you.
Right.
The declaration of Nana Akufo-Addo as president-elect is number one on my list. I have to be very honest with you.
Okay.
And I called him early Friday morning, congratulated him, and I told him, Nana, I am mad. I have to be honest with you, because he had really fought for it. The resilience, the endurance, the commitment. I've known Nana Akufo-Addo is getting to about 40 years. I was a foot soldier of the PMFJ when he was General Secretary. I've been with him as a colleague in the AFC. I know him. He defended the media. Pro bono?
Yeah, pro bono, without any fee.
Yes, together with Akoto Ampao and the rest, his chambers. He stood by us. He's really contributed to this country's development. But the insults, the character assassination, and all, it was so worrying why one man could be criminalized, bastardized, demonized. So when the good people of this country decided to give him that emphatic victory, for me, it was a clean, clear vindication of what he had stood for all the time. I was damn happy. Let me be honest with you. The second thing that also made me happy was when the Supreme Court, though one judge, one justice, ruled that Woyome could be subjected to oral examination. I danced. I danced. Of course, my wife has warned me never to do that again. But I danced because he played a song that he knows has a spiritual effect on me.
Okay.
I don't joke with that song. I shake anytime I hear it. And Kwame, I don't know whether he triggered me deliberately. But when the announcement came and it was played, I damn was happy. These two things, for me, made me very happy.
So this is how, after their coffee shop mafia job, they succeeded in kicking John Mahama out of power. This is how they ended up telling us the year in review, how they climaxed it. 2016 now with me to John Mahama no. These old dirty men are still in Ghana. Now the question we want to ask Kweku Baako is say, your friend Kweku say utie Kweku Baako also almost started building a story. They always make you think say they have struggled. I was with Akufo-Addo with a PWJS and 15 years, 40 years, and it does not mean Akufo-Addo is not crazy. You were with Akufo-Addo, so it means say you knew Akufo-Addo was a fake lawyer. So Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo defended the media. You are crazy. How many people have been shot under Akufo-Addo? How many journalists have been attacked? As we speak today, a journalist was murdered. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo has refused to speak on Ahmed Swale. You are a foolish man. And these are the people we entertained. They were doing enterprise journalism. They were doing journalism of business. They were basically selling impunam or money to you as corned beef. They were selling more money to Ghanaians. They were selling more money to you as corned beef. Because if you had known Akufo-Addo for 40 years, then you should have known that Akufo-Addo is a drug addict. Akufo-Addo never had a certificate in law. So these people knew that they were selling more money to us, but they packaged the more money as corned beef. Now, he was speaking, Okasano, Osidi, Osi, a dear man in the J Pan say, Akufo-Addo be winning the Supreme Court to say, Wyoming will be interrogated or Wyoming will be brought into the box to answer questions. Wyoming as someone saying, foolish old men, long sleeve, they almost singing say. These people are the people who were deciding for us. Let's ask them today. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo has been president for 7 years. Ne side check Baumia Ensu Dinechi. We want to ask you people, are you not going to tell us the year in review from 2017 till now? And these are people we allowed. People who don't have any certification to their names. People who have no credibility. People who build their journalism career around J.J. Rawlings. That is how they became relevant. Kweku Baako, Ahmed Swale, who worked with Anas. Anas worked with you. So if Ahmed Swale's assistant or Anas' assistant is shot, you could not even confront Akufo-Addo to tell him, speak on this matter. Make sure you find the killers of Ahmed Swale before you leave power or free, because it is not you. Kweku Baako is a disease of a human being. And can say Ghana youth, revolt here, the first person can say didn't soldier Kweku Baako. Because Kweku Baako consistently lied to protect Akufo-Addo. Kwame Sefakai, Egbert Fable. Today we want to ask you people, the ANC from 2017 to date, Yanfan compare John Mahama from 2012 to 2016. Na yanshe nipa was a body to Ghana. You people all go to hell. You are bad old men. You are dangerous people. You are criminals who deserve to be shot because you people deliberately lied to the young people of Ghana for them to rally behind Momone, telling them that omuti sent momo mine because a corned beef. Ghanaians, young people, they were smelling Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo did not smell right. They felt there was something wrong. Akwano mu bon money and so Kweku Baako mu tena radio to catch the Ghana for say Ekufuado the corn beef Exeter a free Argentina. And Ankofo they keep selling Exeter. Abro mu say money no more selling. They kept cleaning Ekufuado up. Ekufuado law firm, he was protecting journalists. Today journalists are more scared. This foolish boy in the new landline said Ayum Azuri. Didn't he run to go hide in South Africa? That aimless dirty boy. He ran to go hide in South Africa after Ekufuado took power. They wanted to kill him and they will still kill him. And you people sit in Ghana, and there's one thing Ghanaians, we have always allowed these fools to use against us. There's nothing like senior journalists though. In journalism, there's nothing like that. There is nothing like senior journalist in journalism. We can respect you as somebody who basically has been in the trade for long. But when they say you are a senior journalist, it does not mean say you're a senior journalist. Every single thing you say makes sense. No, it doesn't work like that. Mensah, young Ghanaians and young journalists in Ghana. So when they say somebody is a senior journalist, it does not automatically make that person clean. It does not make that person intelligent. It does not automatically make that person submission an intelligent one. No. We can just tell you are senior because you started this before us. But you starting this before us does not mean you are intelligent or your submissions are all right. And that is what has held the journalism sector or the journalism fraternity. That is what is killing it. Because when young people come out, vibrant ones, who are ready to show facts, who are ready to speak on the matters, they will go and bring such dirty, stinking old men who have smoked all their lives. Girlfriends akuma so if you say a bon dot. These are the people we have allowed into. They are more vibrant, more intelligent, more outspoken, more daring journalists who are young. They have been in business for a short time, but they can back every single thing they do in the journalism thing they are doing. And I say, Jumano, with facts, they can submit when it comes to submission of ideas. And I say, talking on issues. But these people have hijacked our airwaves. These dirty old men, these chain smokers who are smelling of nicotine, they have taken over our airwaves and they are polluting the young ones. So young journalists are scared to even go and sit on the same platform with this disease of human beings who don't know nothing about journalism. So now in Kofo, they take over the journalism and they decide for Ghanaians what we have to know. So they hide behind what we call senior journalists. There's nothing like senior journalist. Your submission and your work should prove it. We need to get to that point. We are not supposed to allow such selfish enterprise men. These are enterprise journalists. They always wait. Kwame Sefakai, or Makola journalism. Oh, Ezo Eminyo, Inimina. Oh, John Muhammad Minyo Penino. May Inimtamana or ministry on the Bahadima, John Ma, you know, I, my mouth for him there, Yanyaka Krabanyan, Yanets and Jaguaranty. So that is what they do. They bait you. They know everybody. Everybody's a brother. Everybody's a cousin. Everybody, they knew the person before they got power. So they make you think, so yakwara. But what they are doing is basically doing enterprise journalism. So, or to be picky obi now we decide to say me didn't come and catch and say, oh Kevin dear me no. Oh Kevin, I know him pa. Oh nam ni papa. Oh Kevin Taylor, oh we are not finishing Kevin Taylor. So what was Odo Kevin, but what kind of correction he's lying. Kwame Sefakai sat in front of Abeku Santana and said, he cannot tell Ghanaians at the papa John Mahama because he has not been paid. These are enterprise journalists. They are for who has more money. They are for who can sell tribe. They are for who is more corrupt. Their job is to protect criminals. In this award study, sometimes you ask yourself, Nekufuado be the president, no? Na Kweku Baako wen. Na Kwame Sefakai entina asemo, Egbetfebo mu wen. No, they are there. Their job, they have finished their job. They were given a job to do to sell more money to you as corned beef. Thank you, Speaker. I'll get back to you. So they are selling more money to you as corned beef, and that is what Exalia na Ocean. So they jubilated over Wyoming. Why are they not speaking about the scandals and the numerous scandals? Today we have a special prosecutor who has come on national television to say we are in a dangerous era. There is what did he say? There's doom ahead of us as a nation. All these people are quiet. This is a special prosecutor. We had Martin Amidu before this guy. Martin Amidu said Akufo-Addo is the mother serpent of corruption. These fools, they are quiet. Why are they not doing dear in review? And do you know something? Because they have all been disappointed. Because the kind of momonin they sold to us. Now I'm expect this and momoneno and come the best shekom beef fin. Now momoneno still, even though oya momoneno or shekom beef fin so you can smell the momone, but the corn beef flavor now is taking over your smell. Do you understand what I mean? After the Akufo-Addo mamono, they knew Akufo-Addo was dumb. They knew Akufo-Addo was a drug addict. They knew Akufo-Addo did not have any law certificate. After propaganda made Akufo-Addo win elections, they wanted to put that money in the middle of a corn beef. Because somebody will say, you people he will expose himself quickly. After Akufo-Addo won elections, they were trying everything possible to make you think, say, Akufo-Addo is the almighty intelligent politician we've never had. But Ghana for namu corn beef from the mamona. Na moti momone pampai wom. But na corn beef na surrounding momone ninti. You could not really get the smell. So people hated Akufo-Addo. One man, he's intelligent. Akufo-Addo, he's not tribalistic. Akufo-Addo, he loves the media. Akufo-Addo, he's not corrupt. Akufo-Addo, he can manage the economy. Today, and the momoneno, it has overtaken the smell of the corn beef. Intended on what time corn beef from the mouth say, corn beef now, you are smelling trash, you are smelling awful stuff coming from because momoneno has manifested. And remember, sa momoneno na eye bawumia so kaun. Now, one thing they cannot do now is that the enterprise journalism they did in 2012 to 2016. Now they can't come back and tell you that John Mahama is better than the Akufo-Addo. Now, these same idiots, these same stinking nicotine enterprise journalists, they cannot come and tell you, we lied. John Mahama is better. John Mahama is smarter. When you look at the things John Mahama did in 3 years, 8 months, compared to what Akufo-Addo has done for the past 7 years, Akufo-Addo is bad news. They cannot do that because they have basically allowed themselves for Akufo-Addo to use them already. So now, you see them, they cannot emphatically tell you that vote for John Mahama to come back to power. They will all go and hide behind Bawumia. And they are going to start talking like, you know what? We know Akufo-Addo did not live up to expectation, but Bawumia is the future. Some money na 2012, 13, 14, 15. Some money na Bawumia kahun. But because na sa momone no come be futari hunti na mo se Akufo-Addo Bawumia de omo de but that Bawumia momone no eno na yesi ano omo ba be omo de de se si omo fa come before se si ade omo se omo de alata semina be fa ho no mo se sunlight into they are now preparing Mahamudu Bawumia because first one omo de enterprise journalism omunya hu sika di wie na Ghana say na economy na say no right now they are going to prepare Mahamudu Bawumia ono se momone Bawumia is born there. What they are going to do is say, Omo de Bawumia, na Omo de don't touch me afa Bawumia ho. Na fe Omo de ashe box him say, wey the Imperial Leather, wey Irish Spring, wey the Sunlight, wey Semina Papa obetumi de dware. The moment I started say o de Bawumia dware no, obo say o ho bon. Obo say but the smell no de ma no na smell it say Sunlight o. Na smell it say Imperial Leather o. But as I keep on using this soap, you start to smell more money. And that is what these people are doing now. Because they cannot all come out and say emphatically that John Mahama is better than Akufo-Addo and John Mahama needs to lead. Now, because of what they did before, they are going to hide behind Bawumia and say, but Bawumia, he is not the one who is taking the decisions and more. Enti Bawumia, Osha Azuma blows him, and I'm the Azuma blows no, Asha Adakim no say Azuma blows no Sunlight. Bawumia is in the Azuma blows, and now they are telling you that the Azuma blows that they are selling to you, it's Sunlight. It's a lie. These are enterprise journalists who are not ready to tell you the truth. Enti a juma no mudi dimu every single time. But because we came into the picture, because young people like us and other ones who are ready to speak truth, to enlighten you Ghanaians, you see right now they don't have the space to misbehave. They don't have the space to misconduct. They don't have the space to rock shoulders and act as if they have all the knowledge. When was the last time you saw Kwaku Baako bring out a document to say this is coming from the Jubilee House? He can't. I have put in an embargo on him. When was the last time I would say Kwaku Baako bet na TV so? All catcher will say, where are my toilet papers? This toilet paper, I have it. It is coming from the Jubilee House. When he states this, he can't do it because he knows people like us, we are here. And right now, nobody's going to allow you to bring a paper and read it to yourself and tell us that is the truth. We are not going to allow that. And until you cannot feel their presence because the kind of journalism they did before, it wasn't journalism, it was enterprising themselves. They were creating opportunity for themselves. And until the Kwame Sefakai or the NPA board, so Ekufuado to $10,000 over a month. He does not care. Paul Adomotri or the NMC, Yanako to Ghana Airport. He is paid so much money. He doesn't care. Anything and the one I saw my bodamo. This is their real life. The reality nankasa na muhuno. When they are not supposed to be given airtime. Kwaku Baako, Imbra Mebeka say Ekufuado is not a lawyer. I did not just come sit on TV and I'm catching Ghana for say Metan Ekufuado. Ekufuado never went to France to practice any law. Ekufuado is a liar. I never did that. When I came here, I showed you every single document from Colombia. And I'm trying to say, this is Kude Brothers. These are all the lawyers who have worked at Kude Brothers. That's a law firm in France. And nowhere in the document, actually say Ekufuado worked at Kude Brothers. Before that, I make Ghanaians understand, Ekufuado, at the end of the day, did not finish law school in the UK. And I explained to you, and I showed you documented, Chese Ekufuado was never a student at Orie Law School, EJ Law Certificate or UK. Kwaku Baako go for toilet paper because say, oh, there is a paper beer. Actually say Ekufuado, besides get me that paper and let me read that to people. That was Kwaku Baako's defense. Said this piece of toilet paper shows that Ekufuado is a lawyer. And they say, so on earth, there's nobody on earth who can say they went to the same law school with Ekufuado and passed out before Ekufuado came to Kude. And there's nobody in France who practiced with Ekufuado in Kude. Kwaku Baako da hoti yankwasiasam. They catch them say we momu nimnyansa. They are enterprise journalists. Enti Kwaku Baako dey odeba say this is his proof to show say Nana Dan Ekufuado call law school hoda bon so omu de adwuma dimo. They chop your ass. If we say there was no one fact checking them, and anything today I can say on authority, Kwaku Baako can never sit anywhere. And I'm saying this, and I've told him he cannot sit on any platform to bring a document out. And I have dared him to do that again in his life. He cannot. The day he will do that, he will go under the grave yard because we try to run out the people will come after him. So today they have stayed away from, I have documents, and I am the only person who has document. He has nothing. Kwaku Baako built his so-called journalism career on the back of J.J. Rawlings, inciting people against J.J. Rawlings, inciting people against the PNDC, inciting people against the NDC. But Kwaku Baako ende yare kana NDC facility yabegino nkwa. Oanum jotna na kuma say no send obewu a yare kwa koto rage anase UGMC anase a district or a regional hospital built by the NDC. Kwaku Baako knows the truth. And I have stopped Kwaku Baako. From the day now he came out to say, I have a document to prove that Ekufuado is a lawyer. I say, shut up, old junkie. Shut up. You are a problem. And the biggest mistake at J.J. Rawlings here, and he said, he allowed Kwaku Baako to roam on the streets of Ghana. Because the level of misleading comment, the level of fake journalism, the level of lies Kwaku Baako has said on airwaves in Ghana, and then the Abedru Hande. Everybody is his brother. Everybody is his friend. He knows everyone, but he cannot bring any fact out. So Kwaku Baako played that song for Kwame Sefakai. Also, I say he was happy when Kwame Sefakai played Obegyojago. They have been doing this. Kwame Sefakai the boy, they were waiting. kick John Mahama out. Some say, why? Their reason is that John Dramani Mahama, his ministers were saying our president. So that was the reason why they had to kick John Mahama out. Because John Mahama, Muntie Tre, he did not interfere in court proceedings. Journalists were jailed after 3 weeks. Or say, hey, these journalists, they made a mistake. They did not kill human being. They did not assassinate anyone. In the course of their job, they made statements they were not supposed to make. They have learned their lessons. As the president of the republic, I have the right to pardon them. Almost say John Mahama they been see that. So that is the reason why John Mahama had to lose the elections. You ask them, why did John Mahama, why were you people all ganging up against John Mahama? So John Mahama, he did not give contracts to some people. They could not provide one evidence that John Mahama was selective when it came to giving road contracts. And these are the diseases. I have put embargo on Kweku Baku. Kweku Baku can never show any document in Ghana. From that day now, I just be save Ekufuado. We all know Ekufuado is a junkie. Ekufuado is not a lawyer. We all know Ekufuado, he was sworn in Justice Apalu's office because Ekufuado don't have any classmates in law school in Ghana. Ekufuado came from France without any certification. And I told you people, I gave you facts and I showed you documents. Kweku Baku tried to come and protect Ekufuado because I said, bring documents. Bring a certificate. Certificate. Till date, he has not been able to provide a certificate. So we should get up in the morning and say Kweku Baku is a journalist. You are an enterprise journalist. You people make money out of politics and politicians. You people are the ones who have moved this country to this last end. Mr. S, if you can find that letter Kweku Baku brought out that this shows that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is a loss to practice. You people, Mama ye Jimmy Acho. Ghana for Mama Mankofo way. Mama Nkofo at de Baumia or Azuma Blues or ya Monchi. Or ya Momoni near the Amonchi and Fahum. And nobody seminar white, we are not say a last sunlight. Baumia is worse than Akufo-Addo. Baumia bonche Akufo-Addo. Tell me what you can do. I will say Baumia is the future. Yeah, dear Janenda, I will say Baumia is the future. The future is now. You can say the future. It is today. It is about what you can do today that will predict your future or that will determine your future. If you don't have any mind today, you cannot build a school today that will save the future generation. And this original guy said, Baumia is the future. Tell him, say, what is he doing today to be the future? I will say Ghana card. Abua, Baumia the Ghana card by. May say the future as we speak is today. As I speak to you now, today is the future. The next 2 minutes you keep hearing me is the future. Even the next second is the future. So what are you doing today to sustain that future? You need to build schools to grow, for the kids to learn to become what tomorrow. So today starts the future. Now the person you are saying he's the future, what has he proven that tomorrow he is sustaining tomorrow, which is the future? He has no ideas. Oh, Abba. Nasa oka say eduaba we kutame no eduaba we eno ni future na. What will make this eduaba or this seed the future? You have to plant it today. The day you put the seed in the ground, you have planted tomorrow. And so the action you took to put that seed under the soil, you have created an opportunity for somebody tomorrow. So okay, Baumia is the future. Let Baumia tell me what he has done. Since he became the vice president, since he said he became the chairman of the economic management team, what he has done today to secure our future. But I can tell you, John Mahama is the past and the future because John Mahama built a regional hospital. And that regional hospital, at the end of the day today, any nurse that gets out of school will be recruited in the regional hospital. And when that nurse is in that hospital, that nurse will assist somebody to deliver the newborn who will be living tomorrow to live on the regional hospital. So you need to understand, this goes deep and it cuts deep. Until when you hear any politician from the NPP, no, I can't just say, Baumia is the future, so wait, Jimmy. If you are going to even associate Ghana Card to Baumia, how did Ghana Card become sustainable? How did it become sustainable? It is because somebody built NIE Center. Somebody built NCA Center. Somebody introduced the idea of Ghana Card, so it got here. So if you don't start tomorrow today, you will never have tomorrow. Internet, we have allowed some of them to hide behind fake grammar. Tete brofo. That's why I keep telling J.J. Rollins made the biggest mistake on earth. And son, J.J. Rollins, the biggest mistake on earth, and say he allowed Kweku Bako and his likes to walk on the streets of Ghana. Yes. Show me the evidence, Mr. S. Thank you. Before I move on. Now, my team just sent me this publication from Ghana Web. Now, you see they published this. Mr. Kweku Bako is fake. So also when you for 40 years, then Kweku Bako knew they were selling more money to you people. This is a publication that was done in 2022 after I did the Kweku Fuado is not a lawyer scandal. And what did Kweku Bako say? Who says Kweku Fuado is not a lawyer? Kweku Bako tenders evidence to ignoramus. Yatiasie, yene ignoramus. Yatiasie, yene enim nyansa yejimi. Now show me the evidence, because if today, let me just get a lawyer in Ghana like Sosu, Tatu Chikata. When anybody who says he's a lawyer comes to me and say I am a lawyer, there's one thing that you have to prove to me that you're a lawyer. Not just saying my father was a lawyer, or not just saying that this law firm belonged to my uncle, or I used to go to this law firm. You need to show me your certificates. That is your lawyer driver's license. The way obi to because me a driver, I say, dear na chere we a driver, my certificate. And your exams I'm in school, a chance me a driver. Because ube to me a try the theory new school. Over America now per driver's license. You first go into the classroom. You have to go learn all the science in the classroom. You can get 90% or 99%. The day of your exams, practical, you have to sit in a car with an instructor, drive around with the instructor, and after that, the instructor will decide whether you pass the test or not. Even after that, you are still not a driver. You cannot legitimately go sit in a car and drive on the streets of America. They will have to ship your driver's license, whether temp or permanent, for you to have that in your hand to be able to move a vehicle. So somebody asks you, when a policeman stops you, say, are you licensed? Do you have your license? They don't ask you, how much scores did you get when you went to driving school? The first thing the American police will ask you, where is your driver's license and insurance? And it's a Kweku Bako Bontreka say, who says Kweku Fuado is not a lawyer? I have evidence to prove that Kweku Fuado is a lawyer. All that you just have to do is to provide Kweku Fuado's certificate. Ever seen there? Nobody on earth. Now the Dan Kweku Fuado Busano say, one kasa will certificate where I was in Suya Fanoko. Moa. And these were the people who were listening. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he himself, in 2015, he was questioned. Was it 2015 or 2013? He was questioned. Where is your certificate? Yeah, school, primary, JSS, today, if you want to go to our schools to go get our certificate, say, you bet me apply for another certificate because you're doing one woman. And you will allow these people to run this country down. Now, me say I have put me the embargo to Kweku Bako so or your bema or metna TV sunke you document say this document I have it. Nobody throw me. He's scared. You can insult me. I'm an American. I don't care. Ubet me the dimatem I can the opposite kebia. I am an American. I don't care. It will diffuse. I am saying I am daring Kweku Bako to bring a certificate of Akufo-Addo. Obodam motete Ghana nkwasi asemo no do to wia na mako gange ya petia o man no enkoso. Na now the Dankwa Akufo-Addo na nkasa besin ne or send a certificate aton nsuo ba yira. Entien to me call the school onko bisa certificate. And you people brought this more money. And the more package ba omia ono so more money. More de be kire se ba omia de onim nyansa che Akufo-Addo. Mo bodam ohun. So I just wanted to remind you people. Now, Mamen Kile another Jandam. John Dramani Mahama. Every time we talk about a Kaswa interchange. You see, so Obidin say oh yeah no na onim say or shouting. Obi na adwere say obo apempem ebu komu no onim say or shouting. Now all the jandam that they did against John Mahama when he became president, those jandam today are the ones defending John Mahama. Sa atrona na omo to John Mahama so na John Mahama ema omo ancestors no na omo nim say debi beba ancestors na John Mahama de mom na legit honest ancestors no, those ancestors were going to be what will basically tell John Mahama's story today. Paul Adomotri, interviewed John Mahama about the Kaswa interchange. Listen.
And there was a lot of campaign promises on infrastructure. Kwame Nkrumah Circle appears visible to all. Kaswa also is coming up. The concern from your political opponents is that the cost of these infrastructure is astronomically expensive. We'll talk about the 200 SSS schools that you also promised. But why is the cost expensive? And is it expensive?
Well, I think that often it's short-sighted, to just, make that kind of statement or allegation without really looking at what the scope of the works indicated are. If you just take it on face value and say Kwame Nkrumah interchange is costing this much, without looking at the kind of work that needs to be done, then you often will get it wrong. I'm told that there was criticism that Kaswa interchange at 170 million was too expensive, but
as compared to N1,
Well, as compared, if I remember, N1 was far more expensive than Kaswa, and unless you do a comparison of the scope of works of the two, it is very difficult to reach that kind of conclusion. It's very short-sighted to just take, We
will do this Jandam work. Now, Mummy and Reedy a ye Kwekubako evidence. Or the buyer said, Nana Dan Kwekufuado is a lawyer. This is Kwekubako's evidence. Time I can't say Kwekufuado nye lawyer, no Kwekubako evidence or the buyer ni. Or say way and a chile said, Nana Dan Kwekufuado is a lawyer, or go school, or UK, or practicing law. Kwekubako is a liar. JJ Rawlings, really, we miss you. You made a big mistake by allowing this Ingrid to be walking on the streets of Ghana. Yan Chan Kaswano, na yenye jumawi. So this is Kwekubako's evidence. Oba Bontinbeka said, who says Ekufuado is not a lawyer? This is the evidence that shows that Ekufuado is a lawyer. Kwekubako ba Abontin said Ekufuado is a lawyer. No, this was his evidence. And this is the document Kwekubako provided to the media. And people were defending this document. Say Ekufuado when a chesa or a lawyer. Na ye Jimmy ana. This is Kwekubako's evidence. Now the Dan Kwekufuado no packaging no. This was what they were using to defend the Ekufuado say or a lawyer. Now, I hope I can read this to you for you to hear. Ekufuado certificate Kwekubako cover by any also when a chesa Ekufuado a lawyer. Yeah, my man can kind of also know. The Honorable Society of the Middle Temple. Sorry, just say, wait, everything Jacopo. Yeah, Jimmy, my man can't show. This is Kwekubako's no be hundao. Kwekubako na kofa ba say Ekufuado certificate ni. When a chese Ekufuado a lawyer in a we see by obi hu Ekufuado certificate da. The law certificate, nobody. Now read a paper, toilet paper ya Kwekubako buy any Kwekubako toilet paper ni. These are to certify that William Ado Dankwa Ekufuado, BA of Ghana University and of 162 Ambassadorial Enclave, East Legon, PO Box 207, Accra, Ghana, was specially admitted. Accra, Ghana, was specially admitted. Was specially, right? Admitted. Was special. That's what I'm seeing. I'm sorry. Was specially admitted of the Honorable Society of the Middle Temple on the 13th day of January 1969 and called to the degree of the Utter Bar on the 22nd day of July 1971 and published in the Common Dining Hall of the said society on the same day, and that he has paid all duties which were owing by him to the society and the officers thereunto belonging. In testimony whereof I have hereunto set my hand and the seal of the said society this 22nd day of October in the 56th year of the reign of our gracious sovereign lady, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, of the United Kingdom of Great Britain, Northern Ireland, and of her other realms, territories, Queen, head of the Commonwealth, defender of the faith, and in the year of our Lord 2007. 2007. Okoha under treasurer, Middle Temple, NSC PJB na sign and the stamp bi aboso. This is Kweku Bako's evidence say Kufuor is a lawyer moi. So we read the letter where ye pass or te grammar. Na na the dan Kweku Kufuor almost okọ Middle Temple not the ka. Inti treasurer no and a sign or say Kufuor do ba ha ye pam no. E ka na ode no wetua mobodam. When you read the letter very well, just say Kufuor so okọ Middle Temple no ye pam na nyina yenim se pam no. He was owing the school. He did not pay his school dues. So he was being given a receipt that you have paid your textbooks, the dormitories you were staying, the things you came to destroy after you smoked weed. So this is your receipt to show that I, the treasurer, I have received your payment. So leave the school. This is a receipt for payment. Grandma and a midju muchiro no. Ma men kan ni biem Ekufuor oma package Ekufuor aba omo package ba omia Kweku Baku ewrade Nyankopon. Or say these are to certify that yenjujom kakran ansa ne akode ekọ no so. William adewe a dining hall fees no wentua o odidi ho school wa dining hall fees wentua. And okotua ne eche ne say afedu obetua dining hall fees no itu wetima ko dining. Satani apam no. And our brother so go school cry na 4 years now 2 years. Now when tu any no metata wa beje musika. Enti we a dining hall fee na on tua na so betua tie brofo ni biem. Kweku Baako evidence ni nie. Ye jibi. These are to certify that also when a chere say when a di njiremu say ye be kan bibia na adwudwam also sa krata we the di njiremu anase edi adanse say William Adodankwa Ekufuor BA of Ghana University and of 162 Ambassadorial Enclave, East Legon, PO Box 207 Accra, Ghana, was specially admitted of the Honorable Society of the Middle Temple on the 13th day of January 1169 and called to the degree of the Utter Bar on the 22nd day of July 1971 and published in the Common Dining Hall of the said society on the same day, and that he hath paid all duties which were owing by him to the society and the officers thereunto belonging. Nana Adodankwa Ekufuor has never been a lawyer. Krata we chere say Nana Adodankwa Ekufuor no omo magana for ati asese so owura Middle Temple na odeka na eka na ode Middle Temple wetua inti ye kire Ghana for say adudi ya wo no enkran eye East Legon address we a owura sa school ha na we ende ye makrata into study so uwie law school so ukọ Ghana Law School so ukọ eye university na uwie na say ye ma certificate kura so we are treasure na sign. I am asking you. It's a simple question down there. Me say, so we call law school. So we call even SS. So we call a year JS. We call school biana we are. Na so we na ye ma certificate a treasure na sign. The treasurer only signs a document that has got to do with the money. The treasurer signs document that has got to do with payments. They are in charge of sikasamon totoye ewo school nim. How can you go to a law school and then your certification will be signed by a treasurer? This is Kweku Bako's defense. No letterhead, no dates, no nothing. no address to write back, nothing. It's a piece of paper typewriter. Treasure. Thank you for payment. For the payment. And no. Because I'm paying you where the idea when in Ghana and Kukuba could say, only 40 years, they defended this more money to this point. So who yes school are treasurer and a mouse certification. Now let's go to Kaswa. Time na MPP opposition. Almost say a Kaswa interchange. John Mohammed Diska. Now who Kaswa na esi wano nkwana. Kaswa no sika a friend $170 million no. Ghana MPDC for Diska. Because NPP for no na almost Kaswa interchange no. And that is what John Mahama is smart about. Okay, a new Tema port. Time John Mahama AC new one no. In the contract, Okachira say it is not just the hub on no. You need to build roads. You need to make sure say everything be a account be an account. You need to bring your own money. In the Soko Kaswa interchange. Not 2014-15, NPP 40 radios say John Mahama a crown for 170 million. A bridge when or their interchange way. They were lying to you. They knew say and no JD. But so when you have Oshe Kaswa interchange project now, and your bridge na car and Amazon and the foot bridge in the Adina Hono, there were other things that were joined to it. And the cost you could do 170 million. Your friend auxiliary projects into bridge no ho, overhead no ho, but John Mahama airstrike deal no say no. Sankaka bridge in Kwadi and Kenya bit mine or Ghana. But because we want to have Nyomabi Ebe Kauman Ebwa community no. I want to take Kaswa give us something better, a Keka bridge no, and then the cost you could do 170 million. It is the same way Pokwase interchange. Interchange Pokwase no. There are other auxiliary projects a Pokwase interchange and my price you could do sir. In 2014, almost small Pola say go and interview John Mahama. Near the Mensah and that's where dear Sika. Na Muntie John Mahama. Senior or Chere Kaswa interchange project na a bridge in Kwana say there were other things that were part of Kaswa interchange. Listen to John Dramani Mahama in 2014.
And there was a lot of campaign promises on infrastructure. Kwame Nkrumah Circle appears visible to all. Kaswa also is coming up. The concern from your political opponents is that the cost of these infrastructure is astronomically expensive. We'll talk about the 200 SSS schools that you also promised. But why is the cost expensive? And is it expensive?
Well, I think that often it's short-sighted, to just, make that kind of statement or allegation without really looking at what the scope of the works indicated are. If you just take it on face value and say, Kwame Nkrumah interchange is costing this much without looking at the kind of work that needs to be done, then you often will get it wrong. I'm told that there was criticism that Kaswa interchange at 170 million was too expensive, but
as compared to N1,
Well, as compared, if I remember, N1 was far more expensive than Kaswa, and unless you do a scope. A comparison of the scope of works of the two, it is very difficult to reach that kind of conclusion. It's very short-sighted to just take, the value, that is assigned to the projects and based on that say that they are overpriced. The N1 was, I think, 219 million, which is far more expensive than the Kaswa interchange. But you must look also at the scope of work of Kaswa. It's not only the interchange. There is going to be work on all the roads in between Kaswa and Gas South. It comes up to more than 20 kilometers.
Gas South is Wager and places like that.
In Wager, there's going to be a connection from Kaswa so that you can come out on the Nsawam Road. You don't need to come to Malam and take the, what do you call that new road?
Okay, so from Kaswa to Kumasi and to Eastern region.
There'll be a road that links you straight onto the Nsawam Road so that you can go through there. And the roads within that place, Amanfrom and all those areas are going to be upgraded. There are bridges, there's a state-of-the-art polyclinic that is going to be built.
All part of that infrastructure.
They're all part of that infrastructure. That's why I'm saying that when you see a cost, you must look at what the scope of works is. because it might not necessarily relate to just what they call it, Kaswa interchange. Because
so that's not just roads, the
polyclinic. Not just roads, there's a polyclinic, there are schools, there are 4 schools that are going to be built.
I see. As part of this project?
Yeah, Millennium Schools. There are 4 Millennium Schools going to be built as part of the project. There's a state-of-the-art polyclinic going to be built. There are bridges over major rivers going to be built. And then there are roads in the Kaswa, Amanfrom, Weja, Gan South area that are going to be upgraded as part of the works. And so that's what I'm saying, short-sighted to just hear Kaswa interchange and say it's overpriced.
I'm hearing for the first time that it's not just the road,
Yeah.
and it's not just bridges, which are a complement of road, but now other infrastructures like health facilities.
Yeah, now what we're doing is we're making the roads what we call development corridors. They're no longer just the roads. And so any road we're doing it together with challenges that face the people in the communities there. We believe that a road should not just pass through a community and just leave the people in the situation in which they are, so that it's only the people who use cars that just benefit from the road. The communities adjoining the roads must benefit from the road project. And that is why with the Awoshi Pokwasi Road, we're building schools, we're building markets, we're building lorry stations, we're building health facilities for the people. It's all part of the road corridor. It's the same with Kaswa. We're not just building the road, we're building schools for the communities. We're building a polyclinic, to serve the community and doing several other things. Even if you take the Kwame Nkrumah interchange, because it's a commercial area, to reduce, the squatters and things who normally come there, there are going to be some facilities for stalls, under the interchange. There's going to be an ambulance station. There's going to be a police post. There's going to be a first aid, post.
Oh, that's impressive, I have to say. That's impressive.
All as part of the Kwame Nkrumah interchange.
So you're sort of changing the economic viability of the entire area.
Exactly. We believe that the road must impact on economic activity and on the general development of communities who use or who adjoin the road. And so the concept of road construction has changed completely. And so these two interchanges are examples of that new.
But do we have
concept.
money for these works?
Yeah, it's a credit facility that was approved by Parliament, and so the money is available for the works.
So do you know when this will be over, in terms of delivering them?
The Kwame Nkrumah interchange is progressing very fast. I don't remember what the exact completion date is, but the rate at which they're going, I'm sure that they will finish ahead of the target date. The Kaswa interchange will commence by end of year, and I don't know how many months it's supposed to take, but with the kind of engineering that we see the contractor do, I'm sure that will help us achieve the project earlier than targeted. It is the last major bottleneck. After we opened the Malam interchange, all the traffic has gone to bunch up in Kaswa, and you should drive one evening from Central Region or be going to Central Region, and you would see what the need for that particular interchange is. I've driven by road into the city, from time to time, and the traffic that I've seen there, I mean,
This is John Mahama in 2014. This is John Mahama. They know Kenya say Kaswa development na mo ye no. Na MPP for 170 million. John Mahama di sika 7 years ni. Yentumi so bia pass John Mahama ko wie sika say Kaswa interchange no di sika. O say e kire wa adwene wo fom, e kire sebio on shada empese obedi no kure. Kaswa interchange no enye car no kwan fasa interchange no so. Na inkronkure wo hu Kaswa no hu nyina, omo make sure say sa project no omo nya ho mfaso. Ebi ne eye ekwan na efri Amanfrom Gan South okọ Weja lighter omo ye ekwan totototo so wura botiano a na wo hwe ekwan da botiano a akoko pie Kaswa you could see that road interchange a roundabout kakran na wo nyina na nyina ka de ho na eka eye de eka Kaswa interchange no na polyclinics enso ka ho it so wura Kaswa wo some different kinds of polyclinics na ye omo sika ho na ni nyina ka project na mani kodru sa 170 million no o ka bibi for schools ɔsɛ ɔmo si schools nko a 9 and saa schools no na mo friend millennium schools no and ɔkɔ Kasoa ni nyina wɔ hɔ ni nyina na kasa Kasoa interchange project no ho ɔmo yɛ bibi to say ɛyɛ bridges on small the water and I say river bodies are na ɛma ɛyɛ ɔmo te Kasoa and its environs no ɛyɛ din so ɔmo cross from one end to the other. They are there, you can see it. He spoke about Kasoa roads and kwaya na yɛ no Kasoa nkasa. It's not NPP 40 opposition. Eka se John Mahama ye kronfo we Ghana sika no. O say no. So we Pokuase kura na meye na. Pokuase enya Pokuase interchange no kwa. Ura Pokuase your health facilities. Ura Pokuase your schools. Ura Pokuase ni nyina ka project no ho. Enti so obi say John Mahama di sika because project no kwa na nipa no onima mebuo. O kan bibi efa den Kwame Nkrumah interchange circle. O say na oko circle a adikudientia ema circle no project no sonko no say and your health facility ho your the ambulance post your stores a yesisi a edwadifo na omuguase o ma traffic esi no omu nyina free ho a ebi mu tete store mu. So that is what he meant by trying to opening up Ghana no into saa kwa we o te John Mahama enim no Paul Ademotre no he will never stand on TV and say this is true. Adentra, because today he's working at Ghana Airport, or the NCA board. So he does not think about you. Intendo Bejana TV so I know your enterprise journalism. Have you enterprise journalism? What you say? We got John Mahama, the kind of no. This is John Mahama going to do what? Going to commission Kasoa interchange.
President John Mahama has responded to critics of the Kasoa interchange. He calls them political quantity surveyors who are perhaps oblivious of the full complement of the project they describe as too expensive. Inspecting the interchange at Kasoa in the central region, Mr. Mahama explained what some call inflated project costs as a disregard for the additional facilities to be provided along with the main interchange. Napoleon Atikito reports.
Kasoa, a fast-growing commercial town in the central region, in closest proximity to Accra. Its population has grown from 863 in 1975 to over 100,000 currently. Located along the highway, extending from Accra to the western region, Kasoa experienced large volumes of vehicular traffic. 6,000 vehicles per hour during peak time, and a daily average of 23,000 vehicles. The statistic, which explains why the government has found it most expedient to construct an interchange at Kasoa, is this one. 5 kilometers per hour is the travel speed when you hit Kasoa. The gridlock is notorious. Even before the president came to cut sword for the project, the Brazilian company awarded the contract had already erected pillars for the 3-tier flyover. Quiros Galvao is same company executing the Nkrumah interchange at Circle Accra. The Brazilian ambassador to Ghana commended the government of Ghana for showing commitment to development. Brazil released the funds for the Kasoa project after prospecting by the Mahama administration.
Such cooperation has been growing hand in hand with the firm commitment of President Mahama and his government to the improvement of living conditions of all Ghanaians, particularly through the expansion of infrastructures which are essential to the continued economic and social development of this country.
President Mahama said the project will ease traffic.
We therefore appropriately reviewed the challenges here and designed a solution that will effectively tackle the challenge and bring enormous project benefits, not only for commuters passing through Kasoa, but also for the inhabitants of Kasoa and surrounding areas.
He mentioned the components of the project.
There are many things that influence the cost of a project. And so if you build a regional hospital in one place, it doesn't mean that the cost will be the same as a regional hospital in another place. Often, if you want to know the cost of an item, you have to examine the item and examine the components that go into making the item. You cannot just stand at a distance and look at two items and determine that the cost of the item must be this just because of looking at it at a distance. You must know the components that constitute the items to be able to know the cost of the item. But when you're a political quantity surveyor and you look at Kaswa interchange and say, oh, it's too expensive, I mean, what are you talking about? You haven't seen the scope of works. You haven't seen the bill of quantities. You haven't done a survey of building materials around here in Kaswa area, and you're able to judge that the cost is too expensive.
He said owners of private property to be affected by the project will be compensated. The president said a total of 95 kilometers of road in Cape Coast, Elmina, Salt Pond, Winneba and Aguna Swedro will be.
So this is what John Mahama and also John Mahama Kasano okabibi fa Pokuase Awoshi okabibi fa Kaswa and okabibi fa Eden efa eye Kwame Nkrumah circle. Now ebia Kaswa no so person who ejuma John Mahama ye pa. Now look at this. That's how you will see ejuma John Mahama ye. So, Kaswa Jumana, Muhun 170 million peno. You saw the job John Mahama did. And Nyama we nyina wo ho. So John Mahama, when he was talking about Kaswa, when he was talking about Pokuase, Awoshi, Ekwan Daho, he was talking about cycle. You could see the idea wasn't to project John Mahama. The idea was to go and destroy John Mahama. But endano yeni Ghana yeni Ghana. Yeni nim diesi. John Mahama ka Awoshi. Pokuase Ekwan Wasem. This is what John Mahama did there.
And now she find AFA chain, Akata Mamuto. Now, and yet, quite no one year, send your regional minister. Until me by inspection tour. Now, near Mema, the phone said, when you have a now, HBA, Ejumano, Koso. Now, your mama bear 12 months. Member in na baby. A modern lorry station. I just say more taxis, more trucks, Kia trucks. I am on Benya baby papa, etimia packet, etimia for Afanipano. Lorry station, yes, clinic, fufro. Send a baby, Ebia, Rebecca Nibia, Benya baby papa, upon near Sunday. Yes, daycare center, so. Before, I tell some why busy and one person will be to me from Obama, the number called daycare center. Now, I think the best started a Ghana Casa and the phone Munya Butre. Now, contractor no NG site no. On also this site now, you receive modern markets. I just said, and then I said, a jatum, and now a jar position for Ponyoma. They are modern markets. I just said, we are any better home. And the be a Mensah, me ba, you better be
a school block with about 37 classrooms.
Sa a crime way any market no one in you. And you see, your man kwasi afu waste your time. And remember, adia ye reach on the John Mahama in less than 4 years so. Into people say John Mahama be then 4 years sir. I also catch say, hey, what did John Mahama here 3 years? John Mahama man 4 years solid. That is the answer you need to give them. And we are talking about projects Nina falling within 3 years, 4 months. John Mahama ka Pokuase, John Mahama ka eye kaswa, John Mahama ka cycle. This is cycle. This is cycle. This.
Government has spent the last 4 years focused on building and creating infrastructure. Infrastructure development is obviously a vital component in encouraging a country's economic growth. We know this, and we have delivered. Ensuring Ghana's success and future position as a regional powerhouse It's a bit like building a house. Once you have a plan, you start by laying a strong foundation. It is the basis upon which you build a house, and it needs to be strong to ensure that it can support the house for many years. The foundation connects the entire house together. Without the foundation, your house will collapse. Not only have the projects we have undertaken created employment during the life of the projects, but also they have opened up a wealth of opportunity once they have been completed. I believe our infrastructure positions us to be a leader in ECOWAS for education, healthcare, agriculture, aviation, and power, as well as serving all Ghanaians for a healthier, happier future. We just don't talk, we deliver.
NDC, they just don't talk, they deliver. And that is a government I was so to na omo buawo wa brabom menchira mo kagetiawo na nse yate se NPP for enam social media omo communicators no oko suhum friends saying where's the place oko suhuma overhead bridge na oho no ekufuado aban ne be msenkwasiafo last time in Koto Chiremo e show so that bridge was started, money was secured, it was built by the NDC. Suhum Accra Kumasi Road. Almost a bridge in the Ohono. A Yekufuado MPP Nebe and Omonano Muchatro. And this is Suhum bridge in the Suhum no.
The Amanasi section of that road too has undergone some works by the close. We are told that by the close of October this year, this particular section, the Accra bound, will be duly completed and open to traffic. And Excellency, what we have also done is to facilitate payments that are outstanding so that the contractor doesn't run into difficulties in keeping to the timelines. So Excellency, we wish to assure you that by the directives that you have given, by October this year, this road will be open to traffic and we will not be hearing the complaints that we have heard over the past.
I know that the focus of most Ghanaians is on the power crisis, which we are working very hard to resolve. But while we are distracted by the power crisis, a lot of work is going on in the road sector, in providing good quality drinking water, in improving our health care and all that. Kumasi is the second biggest city in the country, and its link to the national capital is very important. And that is why there's been a lot of concern about the state of this road. I directed that we spend all our energy on the one section and finish it, so that at least once we have the southbound Accra-Kumasi directional, Kumasi-Accra directional completed, then we can cut all the traffic onto that section, and then we'll have the peace of mind to work on the next section. The next section, we're trying to find foreign financing for it, to get a loan to do it so that it goes much quicker. But let me say that we're making the biggest investments in roads that has ever been done in the history of this country. Over the next 5 years, starting from last year, 2014, we're going to spend as much as $1 billion on roads across the country alone. This includes the Cocoa Roads projects. And the Cocoa Roads projects are arterial that join some of these main roads. And so, for instance, the Suhum to Asamankesi Road, that has also been a major, this thing is being done. Asamankesi town roads are being done. Adesu to Asamankesi is being done. To Kede is going to be done. Akwetia, all the roads in that section are going to be improved. because these are all very good agricultural growing areas. Most of the people are farmers, and after they are farmed, they need to bring their goods to the market centers. And so we're going to invest a lot in roads because we know roads are critical to national development. But like the contractor said, by October, he'll be finished with the single carriageway. And if that is done, it will ease the problem that commuters have been going through. I know the people of Suhum too are fed up with this brown dust all the time. Once you put the asphalt on, I'm sure that they will be happy. But let me also say, Enisa Kwai Efa Suhum Kwa, I just say, Nkrofo Mufi Akra Eko Kumasi, and Edi Hunde. And the Suhum Town roads are 5 kilometers of Suhum Town roads. Send a beya, Moso Mubenya, a quinum faso. I any say Momotra Hana Quine Bichem, nature say Accra Nikumasi for Kwan, a Dihum faso. And the Beya Suhum Town roads, 5 kilometers a mamo. Send a beya Moso Mubenya home.
So, sir, what is the MPP for Casse? So, what share video now? Bridge no no a dualization of Accra Kumasi Road. If John Mahama started Accra Kumasi Road dualization, imagine. Senka John Mahama wie ne term na anka Accra Kumasi Road no kwaye wie because 2015-16 na bridge way is wo and that bridge won ne kase into osaka kire mo say enye sa bridge way a ye de dualize Accra Kumasi Road no ye bie manakosi enkran to Kumasi no sa eye Suhum ha no ukọ Suhum nkronkro no mu so a ye ekwan ni nyina osaka wo o say Nana Abina Air committed $1 billion to road infrastructure in Ghana. This is 3 years, 4 months. Another operating Bejina Parliament because of John Mahama, and there's no traffic in Suhum because of John Mahama, and the Suhum town roads in Nayaye because of John Mahama. Na Accra Kumasi dualization bridge kesi de ye ekwan kakra kakodu Kumasi na yegusu na ye so who pictures no. Eye den ye tena kroman kwasiafo we. And they to be some say, Munchre one chip compound and we see. They cannot show you also about mom, also with Jimmy. In Kofu we Kokuba couldn't call for the media. They lied to you people. John Mahama was building this nation. Also, can I say, we don't just promise, we deliver. And every single thing that John Mahama can anything in there, no NPP person. Whether Ekufuado Baumia Wana cannot say John Mahama can so be away and so nobody can say that in Ghana. Have you ever heard Baumia or any NPP person on any network saying John Mahama can say obey away wanye? Nobody can say that because Adebia on to me no and this idea on to me no canchero. John Mahama dear on to me on campon chairman meto trim. But every single thing John Mahama any NDC Castle Mobile, they have done it. And you see it. I don't want to mess your appetite up. Then so you need to chroma your own conform say otu for the KJTia. And so no kwa you can see clearly John Dramani Mahama, Inspector KJTia.
Just walking, there will be a passage in 2 levels. So this is phase 2 level, so we have here.
When you know so under 4 years. I remember Refuse idea no. John Mahama when the president 8 years Kufuado, Anaba Omiao. John Mahama was president for 3 years, 4 months. Next year, and I'll be Loud Silence TV. Ube who de Betchero de John Mahama ye Ghana. A Caribbean project at John Mahama in the Betchero. Also, a mistake pa. Also, no one agree. Ain't imagine you have 7 years. Ba Omiaso be so the president Busan say, Omo betina so 7 years, almost see hospital back or Ghana. John Mahama the 3 years. AC hospitals bear 10. Chip compounds over 2,000. Inti menoti ha. That's all catch them say. John Mahama or the 4 years bear day. John Mahama the 3 years when or man 4 years na head obey. Ma John Mahama bro nya 4 pe and see what John Mahama can do. John Mahama said he was committing $1 billion to our roads. Ka John Mahama tnaso ekosi 2016 embassy 2020 ka John Mahama ye Kumasi Accra dual road koye dual carriage koye ene te ha ena nkwasiafo we hihye pajamas nkwasiafo we numwi nkwasiafo we di ajantrafo nkwasiafo we di esika omo boro 1 trillion omo bobesia 1 trillion kuraba omo tumi nkyere bi ogana. The American Church or UGMC mbaye, Tamale Teaching Hospital mbaye, Kumasi Airport mbaye, sa hospitals sa and these MPP was almost be chicha ahumem oko Kumasi hospital bi Kumasi bia apart from Konfanoche John Mahama and this nesie. Me say tie me. Oko Asantimemu a apart from Konfanoche hospital bia wa Asantimemu bia eye aban hospital eye this nesie. NPP besi so kofo be ye go chen tu kom eko eyi akese ko bonsa akese e ma akora ketekete betwetwe ne be ma beji $200,000 koye ekufo da be no dwo tato so omu ntumi nkasa ye si one regional hospital asantimemu so omu koso omu ko bi hospital bi e John Mahama ne si Sewua e John Mahama Kumewu e John Mahama Afari e John Mahama every regional district hospital and chip compound was built by John Mahama under 3 years na mabetna ha mejiminti na akwentio na metu ye no metu se me koya aboa na mabetena se me ya kaniba ntituma MPP. What is the basis? Na mingina so ne sen na mingina so ene sen na de mama ye nipa no na eye de ne mama ye nipa because me to be sure say anyuma we nyina na obi be di president 3 years 4 months na or spending just 54 billion na otumi ye we nyina na obi be di president 7 years abobesia almost 1 trillion na otumi nchama one hospital adenti na membetena akora me papa wo me ma me awo de bako school awum ahwan wo ma betena se toma MPP me ya aboa me ye preku eye de na me betena ha yese toma MPP on what basis? Na me nyani pa na ma adwene no na chese me nyani pa ni se me ware eni se me tete akwara me ne aponche ye pe because aponche kura no ubobuo a ohun sa ade sa so obeda buo nim that means aponche kura nim nyansa cheme emponche omunam Ghana enkoko ebo no nsia na ade sa omu nyina hwehwe obubuo kwan enti so omu kura wo nyansa say they need to go back and rest in their own place. Why should I sit here and say upon all these things no mabetena say Kufuado MPP account for party into Tuma MPP on what basis? Now, my mention my DB into one video say I know wakuma.
Na national sika Santa Market manye. Kayeti anokra no ye kra ne ni anyo anye ye fe. Yempe. Kayeti anokra so ye kra ye ni nye ho. Enti ye Santa Market into one corner na nsi Santa Market manye.
Ase obi akobo bosia bia besi na Afri Kumasefo mu ya yeboni ayo
na sesi kanya de o man de nti ya dan ya yebetua se Mahama na woso se na nado na woso esika na yebetua nti mi hu
akula no ai
ya na so woto aso abaso ni nyina no
why na nado Mahama wo mu di fa akula no ai kofo na yesetu ho ena wanyo wo de tu no enti nana de etene so
ha America etene ma no na kaje tana wa de na ha de ka de semo obi ensuo to akura so so gu yesi ba ha ye nto hwehwe me wa Central Market me store te se we miensa esan wa ka de ama me wo be si hanom na so wo kasa be bia mfra wa ho na beto ade etime tene fa no pa ne asakata wa ha ne ada adan
Omahede na never summer Central Market no. Obesi US na amayes. US for Central Market. And obesi ama Central Market. Enti kaje te ha ne dia kwaso no. Wo dia dia se hokwa so dia se obianim. Enti kaje meto so.
Ungrateful wash. Mu bu manim tiase.
Enunti na yese kofo emergency. Kofo bas. Aha ye friend Mohammed Bada. Ebe fe ni keetia. Efri ya na nanom person e fe ni keetia. Eti keetia na ne da so. Ye kofo obi edi meto so.
Ungrateful wash ase.
Jack. Mama yenye de wo na wodi ekira asoma obeka no. Obi beka se wotan ni pebi. Nti mama yenye de wo. We nya wotu adwuma we on. We nya wotra o. Eni ntina eye aboa we eka ye no.
Asantefo ne akanfo na the problem of this country. Ye de so a yen kanta. Asantefo ne akanfo na the problem of this country. Ye de so a yen kanta. Asantefo ne akanfo na the problem of this country. Ye de so a yen kanta. Asantefo ne akanfo na the problem of this country. Ye de so a yen kanta. Asantefo ne akanfo na the problem of this country. Ye de so a yen kanta. Asantefo ne akanfo na the problem of this country. Ye de so a yen kanta.
Utu hu nkwasiafo say no mda hotiti radio so ni TV so. Adentina John Mahama ba park eba back. We also bobu tributu ni anyamo mo ne de am mpreku edi. Egrasifo omo hu fin on papa mo kran entmen sifie wo mu krom. Inkurasifo ma. Omo ni mie omo hu fin. Omo be friend pemu won kran. Inkurasifo ma o. Omo papa ntumi mpo ensi dan mo andem. Aisem preko ma. Adwene da tim dabi. Adan ya me ya kaninti. Mejimi. Intunya moa we nom gugu radio so. Adentina John Mahama eba power. Adentina o se NDC ba. Ejimi fo we yo. Obekọ obukrom na NDC na esi hospital wo ho. Na we mo nyantwe. Jimmy na abana woto no mfaso be na woso. Abana woto no wankasa wo ye nipa na asa wo ye otwe de na wo gina so to aba. Now moment dwuma bi wa quick. Mr. S, do you have anything for me? Mr. S. We will take care of the project in 2024, Mr. S. Let us take care of this. I know you are I don't want to say it, but Mr. S, you know we have a lot of things to take care of 2024. If we decide to talk about the project, and they also say to me come. So let's deal with the other stuff quickly. And in your time, Echo, I want to show you Senior Ghana for and Jimmy Bium. Today, Nana Danko Ekufuado posted something, and sorry Ghana, he posted this. And right now, no, a year SS for na omoko na ye nyankasa three exams. Ye na set exams, near set questions, near passing. Nana Danko Ekufuado is doing cheap politics. Cheap. Me catch them say go for omo Jimmy. Me catch them say go for omo nimu nyansa. Enye age no, men hwe age no. De da no sa. From Nana Danko Ekufuado to eye de ba omia, ade na da ha na ye de dwene no. Esa, I say akokodwonso. Inti ende no a whole president of the republic. Oba Ghana on si school da. Ekufuado ba omia 8 years ye komi. Omo si school bia o Ghana. Omo de asobo former akwarati musua de omo nyebi. Esi ende they are doing politics with what's the for results aba into Ekufuado on the Facebook page and odi we akoto free SHS indeed working into oye cheap politics or you say 1998 or you say 2002 or you say the na kweku ba ko mu yema no toilet paper na be cheso lawyer you say they can do that now. Now, obe post this idea, you know. Also, share numbers near papa and the free SHS in Kuala Bing and no Ekufuado graduate. They see no share results now 2015 to 2023. A Juma cost the day. Osha Mahama Moanya de and no jeb, you know, free SHS in T and the Kuala chat. Kwasi Ampenya on Johnson fan two. Okasa se abukuya. O nim de oye cheap politics. Now here on his own page, Nana Danko Ekufuado, his own page, the young people of Ghana responded to him. Now, look at what people, the Ghana for, responded to Ekufuado. These are response from Ghana for. This is Boache, Mopa Munkuku Munyina, Omodoson. This is Boache Martin. I say schooling in thoughts. Oko the second one Abdallah. Or say in that previous years SSS students were writing the same WASI with Nigeria and Gabon, but this current free SHS student student write it without the countries, with those countries now. That is the difference between quality and quantity. And Koranika go for with Jimmy. They are ordered to one. Jimmy BMO. They are going to fact check you and they are going to ask you questions. And they will write English to tell you are a foolish old man. You have disappointed them. This is under Nana Adam Kwekufuado on one Facebook page, under the page. Number 3, Ahmed Suraj. I say, we are doomed if NPP should lead this country again. Very callous and insensitive president. Oko Enima Zakaria. I say, no more jobs in Ghana. Oko Asiawana Vincent Miracle. Does this pay my bills? I say, Nkwasi Adia Kwekufuado abetuono. Etuane bills ana. After Sibia Ghana mebunu omojini. Omo so we Jimmy. Omo say MPP, you have nothing for them. So when you write, they'll respond to you. First na komu nyawe go nana kalipo, nana junso kurobo, nana tietia. Omo jai sankwasi ade no. People want practical solutions to their problems. Obi Busao say, Adia no be post here, Mr. President. Does it pay his bills? Busao. Now uko enima, the young people, these are some of the things they wrote. Nana Dankwa, and say Anthony Hammond say, during my days, 8 A's and 7 A's were respected. Now I wonder which children are these. No wonder why we run our own substandard WASI instead of joining our colleagues from the other countries. Ghana for Nkwara youth no more question Ekufuado with Jimmy. Yani anka say try WASI. Uwi abebo hu sabra hene say why you bibi. Omso we Jimmy for. Oko eye Kuranche or say mediocrity is the best trait and hallmark of the NPP family. Or say my genius say akoko jonso. Inti moye nyoman kitingiti bi anam de bom wo safo hene mo Jimmy. Brofo no wa chirachiro mo no we under Nana Adam Kwekufuado ankasa Facebook page. Ghanaians from different, and these are young people. Oyi so mo Jimmy so kwa kotie kwa msefa kan. Oyi so omoko magugu ba kwa dada omo. Oyi so kwa kotie radio mo bia dada omo. They are in the country. They can read and understand. They are researching. They are questioning your intelligence. So where Jimmy? Now when you go to the next one, Andy, or see your legacy say. Obiso a comment or say Ekufuado the legacy no. Yenya omanko for be. And you obviously have to see young people so mo Jimmy any omo mo nyansa. Then you go down there, you see somebody like Maliki or say spectacular. The future generation will appreciate your government, His Excellency. So you could see the donation, Your Excellency, Jubilee House Tengana boys. So they will have to go there and do their Tengana job. Now the real people when they are speaking, you can hear. Shabi, or say, do you know pass no way? It means you will pass, but you can't go to school with the pass because you have gotten C6. Sana Kurane Kachro. The Kurane Nyana air pass no way. Today, people are questioning the credibility of 8As in Ghana. People are questioning it. Why are Ghanaians questioning 8As in Ghana? Time and you go school 8As, 8A, 8As, obielu ni problem. But today, in Kurane 8As, people are questioning, how did you get 8As in this shambolic free SHS? You write, you set your own questions, and then you mark them, and you come and foolishly fool yourself on your Facebook. Ghanaian youth are asking questions and questioning you. Now, Okwa, you see some of the comments. Ebini. Way every Buckman or say, Your Excellency, your reward is in paradise. Buckman say, Ekufuado, waketua ewo dia in paradise. Ena say Ram say, be serious, Mr. President. Or say, President, you serious kakrada Jimini Dawson. Eni braba wo. Ena wo post to foot soldiers things on your Facebook page. And audience say, no, and the baby we need MPP power. These are young people questioning the intelligence of their ignorant president. Now, Oko some of the Oko Asiawa Obi say very sad day for Ghana. Abdul Razak. Or say, Mr. President, God bless you. Uhu the picture na Baumia picture. So it's one of the dogs. Now, when you go to Mawunia, they says, very sad day for Ghana. Benny, or see, be truthful to yourself and focus. Benny said, Mr. President, be truthful to yourself. Hashtag, ma wajini nye juma. Fa wenisi bibi papaso, na we Jimmy. Now, some of the comments in here. Nana Danko Kufado, oko postu adia baku, Ghana for youth, and no more responding no. David Wunter, is the economy working too? Obi Busa say, wabe postu adia we no, economy ni ye juma. Oh, say Nkwani Chelsea we Jimmy. You see MP before, oh, say the young people of Ghana are telling your president and his vice president they are foolish. Moji say about 442 no. Ye jai 442 no bo. Sa tete formation enye juma biem. Petty politics. Enye juma. People want practical, constructive governance. Any politics and a man for she. Practical, constructive governance. Governance are edim punto everybody pa abra boom. Enyan kwasia ma ye we abra ye hu impact no. Then you are fooling yourself. Now when you go Rubahi or say your legacy is working, it is possible, Mr. President. Rubahi also commenting no. Michael Jabate says, thank you, Mr. President. God will forever bless you. Oko Choni K. Francis, you are just a disaster to the country. Oba Asante or say posterity will be kind to you. Oba Ray Dadu says, those A1s are not genuine. Oba Pretty, in fact, let me change this one. Oba, some of the comments. And the Kufuado's own post, or say, Oko Pretty, or say, concert man, you think we have short memory. Baba Gonito. So if you own the youth of Ghana, they are questioning the president. They are not insulting him. They are questioning his intelligence. They are questioning the NPP. Now, when you go to Adolf, this generation doesn't respect the medical. Come and let's read comment. One day I'll say, Nepadi Bimra no monkai comment. Na de koso hane de. Who say, Ghana mebu no endia gro. She, yamu wejimi a obiamu. When you go down there, you see Asante will come. God bless you, Mr. President. And MPP for 10 Ghana for no. Aha. Sanam de omo. Oba Ryan say legacy policy. Oba Rudy or say great feat. Nana Showboy. Oba Kishi or say I can't consume 15 cities in the morning and be okay now. You have just killed us. 2016 I can consume 4 cities in the morning and be okay. They are telling you economics on the streets. People are telling the Kufuor and your government this is real economics. This is street economics. And all these people who vote and all these people are going to tell you say but Jimmy for now the neighbor so Jimmy 2024, 2016, they are going to probe. They are going to ask questions. They are going to check some Jimmy. Now, some of the comments. Now, the next thing. So, these are some of the comments. These are some of the comments. Ekufuado and Kasa post as you. Nana Showboy. Awal, I say God is enough for you. You know you are misleading your people. Quantity does not mean quality. If your post has anything good to go by, what have you put in place better before to ensure quality outcomes? This is a Ghanaian. Question. Also, what you na? Oh, yeah, John Nyamano. At the end of that, you bring quality education. You are in Jubilee House celebrating quantity education. More Jimmy. The kids are giving Ekufuado pound for pound. Cold cats. They are giving him cold cats. Omo to chamano ta 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 ta. Omo unse sana kwa or Jimmy for kura no madada ema ya to abamano. Na mo MPP for na mo ba umiano. Now when you move forward, you see somebody like Sai or say #4 more to do more visionary NPP. Now 4 more to do more and then the Ozi who preko ba ko ho and obi sre no. They are stupid. MPP for food soldiers, they are stupid. They are stupid. They cannot think beyond the box. Now, I will be say Daniel or say funny country and or say me I'm an American and I have decided to help you Ghanaians. I am an American. Yeah. Maybe you have forgotten. I am an American. My kids are Americans. My wife is an American. Mr. Kenya, America. I'm helping you to have a life. So don't insult me because I'm an American. When you insult me, it will not come. Now, let me show you another one. I am an American. My girlfriend or Ghana, they be okachenko for say my boyfriend is American. Now, Nana the Danko Kufuado ankasa. Merry Christmas, NAPCO trainee. Stunner, Kofi Abeka, or say Kufuado. Or we shit NAPCO for Merry Christmas. Because I'm paying you to Jubilee House. Or Fanko for my 100,000. I say my brabo. And I want to wear free SHS. And we'll be say, wish NAPCO for Merry Christmas. Anthony said, working very, very well. After you are off office, Ghana will realize how good you are. Ghana is only grateful to the retired and the dead. Ekufuado should even die today. When you are alive, because of the internet, when you are alive, we should see your work. Anything you busa Ekufuado. Anthony, busa Ekufuado say, onche one regional hospital, Anthony kwasi ampenyi uwa yare o mame yare kwa goto kwasia. Baby, I wote kurampono hospital akum ban bi de besiye. Busa ne say in some kan no de 350 senior high schools na way into the kwasia na ogina hoye monhwe free SHS de aye no mumbusa say school ban we see obi call SHS wom in kwasiafo. And these are the critical questions people will be asking. 4 more for Nana, 4 more to do more. It is possible. It is the signal. Mwe Jimmy Muni message NPP4. Today the young people are cutting it hot and cold for Ekufuado de Leput. So Jin saw bet my 2012 the NB. He has no idea. Now Oba Siawa Yao Mawena. Next year will be more than this because of politics. Mediocrity is killing us. May God help Ghana. I'm saying next year, because mediocrity, because yeni Ghana for ye smart. Inti san kwasi adi when the NPP the campaign. Monje, yaba yeno. No more say where's the school of Ghana? Where's the hospital of Ghana? Why you crying of Ghana? Free. That's how the modern politics is. Now here there, yeah, chramuni nyina quick ni atwaso. Nana Danko Kufuado ni post under his post na mechirabo no. Obe post ba ko ni tiate. One post be ni tiate. Ekufuado is a toy. Nana, you have failed Ghanaians, Papa. It's as if you are not at the helm of affairs at all. Even people who couldn't afford a decent car in 2016 as opposition NPP members are now owing abundance of V8 vehicles. Now dang, was Ghana really poor or empty as you people portray? Was Ghana poor or empty as you portrayed? Almost say Ekufuado, and this is coming from Roger. I say banana. I say you now a president. I say we are government. I say we Jimmy. The mo kan opposition o de toto ho na. The na mo kano. Ende obi krampa na ontumi nto eye opel vets. Ontumi nto Uber ende omu oni V8. Enti na mo trena na mo twa yesa Ghana sikani ha. Na yesa mo pe kwan bi so abewiaye enende mo wiaye beduru ha. Enchirechire mu na nkora na chirechire ma kire wo penyin toto no. When you go down Sylvester Sly or say happy birthday to you. Hey Sylvester, or the na some crying yakura or your mental home. Aquace GH, you do all Nana. No about a year ET Mensah. How do you compare mangoes to apples? Question of Mubusa no. Ekufuado, how do you compare mangoes to apples? Their post now here no, it does not relate to anything. But where Jimmy? But MPP for you Ghana for Jimmy. They can do the 442 formation na tete na slogan. Ne ama Dina Samoa ne concert Sudan aponche. Abe we Afra any other chichirima mo bodam. Ye de nyamenyum na chichirima yanka Nigeria for ankomu krom ye heaven. Mudim nyamenyum to cha Nigeria for. Ye de nyamenyum na chichirima yanka Nigeria for ankomu krom no anka heaven. Nkwasiafo na mama girl we the concert Sudan aponche a ote Sudan ni nsuta abekeka nkwasiasa so watonyom enti nyame se ye nkotoma MPP oba sewa Salom. Yes, of course. Salom so the bro for a shot or catch him or say Kufuado. Yes, of course. Nana Danko Kufuado and Kasa poster say Don or say we will give your party showdown. Laugh out loud. Where ye king or say Chakai. After the results, what next? Good for nothing president. Omu Ekufuado so oye John kura. Omu so a toy. Now you go down there, you see Al Ghani. And the national security. National security. Because this is your job. You say Ekufuado kan ho asempe ni abechewo. Echere muchi Ghana youth nyina nkwasiafo mo nkwache omu nyina nkokuomo. They are telling the president the real thing and why they will not vote for NPP. Bawumia is a junkie. Now when you go to Al Ghani, what can you Al Ghani say pettiness. Pettiness. How should we be that happy when we are marking our own scripts? Mr. President, you have sunk this country so deep into a trench. Gosh, where you mebunu? These are young Ghanaians. These are young Ghanaians, youth. They thought you were a reasonable man. Normally, say wait, Jimmy. They have wasted 7 years. Normally, say MPP for wait, Jimmy. They have wasted their 7 years for nothing. Oh, they are John Mahama here. Anka John Mahama nya 4 years kanwa ela. Kedadi another 4 years major. And I'm kind of say nobody is entitled to 8 years in Ghana. Say a John Mahama standard and be a standard in Ghana politics. Sir. We can just build Ghana on just 4 years, 4 years, 4 years. Because there's a national development plan. Because John Mahama had in his mind to say nobody's entitled to 4 years. No, he was working in that 4 years. But Mama Kwasiafo we actually say you were 8 years into betraswa no the dijantra for Kwasiafo omo de num cocaine ewia musika because one man atiase Ekufuado there o deserve 8 years. It man 8 years no Kwasiade oye. Na now the dan Ekufuado ankasa in a statement he made he said nobody deserves 8 years. Everybody is supposed to work 4 years. After 4 years, no, we juma so near some of 4 years. And na yen near Ghana niama politicians be nya idea be say chinchinia na chin unye juma kra o say ma 8. I see show we juma ho. Tina me busan kwasiafo say monche me one regional hospital. And more 8 years almost. Muntumi show me one regional hospital. For more for Nana, the battle is the Lord. It is possible. Breaking the 8. Kwasiasam no message. Now, you will see somebody like Nikwe, concert man, concert man, Nanado Danko Ekufuado. Your free SHS is gradually collapsing our educational system. Your government is the worst in our country's history, and your party MPP is a criminal syndicate organization led by you and Bawumia. End of announcement. After this short break, I'll come back and break a few things down for you to have a clear understanding of what is happening.
That we make sure that happens. We've put in place a very first-class economic management team. I would even say world-class, because the Minister of Finance, very known Wall Street banker, investment banker, really high achiever. The former Minister of Finance, who is deputy chair, vice chair of the economic management team, Yao Safo, he was voted at one time the best finance minister in Africa by the World Economic Forum, and many others. They're just a solid, capable group of individuals who have come together to manage the team, and we meet every week without fail, and so we have a laser-eyed focus on the economy, and we are taking decisions and making sure we monitor.
What about me as Moka? So the economic management team or Kahu, their focus is on the economy. That is their job. Also for Yata or Safumafu. Or say every day they meet to take decisions on the economy. And the Moka just said Bawumia is not part of the economic management team. Bawumia should not speak on the economy. On some people for Jimmy. Listen to Bawumia again. What did he say? Listen to him.
That we make sure that happens. We've put in place a very first-class economic management team. I would even say world-class, because the Minister of Finance, very known Wall Street banker, investment banker, really high achiever, the former Minister of Finance, who is deputy vice chair of the economic management team, Yao Safomafu. He was voted at one time the best finance minister in Africa by the World Economic Forum and many others. They're just a solid, capable group of individuals who have come together to manage the team. And we meet every week without fail. And so we have a laser-eyed focus on the economy, and we are taking decisions and making sure we monitor.
They were meeting every week from 2017. They have been meeting every week. I say, Omo economic management team no, obi to second Furiata or your investment banker. Or a renowned investment banker. Only economist, any investment banker, they are different. So be an economist or a totally different from an investment banker. Investment banker, ne jume jinani say, adebi obebi open faso. Enti say infaso amba ne ho director on funny sikanship. And Nintino Furiata and the Wagana and all the business. He did not come as somebody to manage your economy. He came to do business with your economy because Ken Oforiatta is an investment banker. Otam kubea na odebeshe machine ma or expect say dey kube angwa beba or expect say kube ne hono no yebetum dey support. That is what he wants. It is not about managing that machine na ebe dani kube no into kube angwa ana kube no into dey. Sa machine na ebe obe manage machine na enyam kube no ejina ne naso ma etuma ye adwuma ama ye nyina ye ho atoy no ehia no kube no de be hyem no de kube de be bre no ene ne pa ope ene tina Ken Oforiatta. He is always looking at what he will get when he's striking a deal for Ghana. He's basically running your country as an investment. And internet the bank in a data bank is the richest bank in Ghana. And internet enterprise insurance is the biggest insurance company in Ghana because he is using your country to run his investment. Osafmafu onusuna owo economic management team so they meet every week. Now what you be almost into meetings at the end of the day, outcome they could pay IMF and the yenya management level meeting. And the Kwasibi better really say Bawumia can separate himself from Akufo-Addo. Bawumia was running this government because he was the chairman of the engine room. So technically, Okpodi Enuso Ejimi certificate. Akufo-Addo right read and go. Bawumia was running the heart of Ghana and he has failed miserably. Into nobody can separate Mahamudu Bawumia from this awful the performance of the NPP. It is Bawumia's terminal report. So when you tell me that I should give Ghana to Bawumia and that he has some different ideas, what different ideas? He has been meeting for 7 years every week to discuss our economy. And at the end of the day, whatever he put in place has ended us up here of borrowing 1 trillion and over. So why should we go ahead and say Bawumia take the country? Actually, Jimmy, we know said this is the way idea it will kill us all. Why should we drink that poison? So I feel journalism I say, fact checking I say, why we don't need the NPP again. Some the Yesu Christo kura be di obeni because Yesu yeda wase. Na mmom nkofo no do we chira no be adwuma Jimmy into we cannot give you space. Me say NPP ende omo adore Yesu Christo say Bawumia de we Jimmy. Say see Yesu ne yede neba. Ye beka che Yesu say Yesu yeda wase o. Wo Yesu de no ni problem. Na nkwasiafo no mo di we chi say osuafo na from NPP fo no. Omo ana ne o be adwuma. Into Yesu ye serew. Kwati wukuro na manage oni omo manage. Yesu beti ase. Yesu so beti ase. Nye Yesu na ma adwene me de twa loto. Yesu owo ye anaso oboye o ma ye nyansa ye mfa mbo ye ho ban. Eni nti na o ma ye nyansa se fa ntwa soccer bet. Enti Yesu ono oti street na ase. Yesu ti street na ase. Yesu na ma ye nyansa adwene tu yetim se ye ntumi yire bibia ye fa no pono. Enti Yesu na ma nipa nyansa Nyankopon se gi adwene fa bon ho ban na fa gi anyoma na fa nyesika enti omo mu oni pon hub ene eye de pono site omo wo sika chen ho efiso Nyankopon adwene de ma omo no e fa Yesu so no eno na omo yusu Yesu ti street na se enti so twa beta Yesu ti ase because sa bet na kotwa and eye chance obetutu abo obitirimu tuo yesu or economics nase yesu enti ma menjija bibi mu njira o wedwa Kevin die aden na okeke sansem no ko na koda memfrɛ wa ha. Now there's something we need to take care of quickly. Emre bi me ba ha be ka kire Ghana awofo say Nana Danko Ekufuado any MPP o mekumuma ombekumuma no na mama muni nna ho na eduane omde ma momba no school no enuane no enye nde na benya effect o. In the next year momba ebe start afimoja momma no awo e friend awo ebedum pempenso be muntumi nwo momba no benya omo blood momba no be yare metena ha e di videos kire mo me ka kire mo say company bi wo Ghana omo de emo abakuro no ma emo na say. In fact me kire mo say this company omo de sa emo we aba na emo we emo bi a man sorry say awofo na mo de mu gimi tena fie say free SHS mo mani bewu mo awofo na mo se mo ba wo free SHS no mo mu dodo mo agimi video be kire no wa ha ene emo a me kire mo no se eya akwesi broni the second day na ade kye na anka obe shut free SHS ne down. Whether what I was saying was true or not, they will open inquiry and so bibini Jimmy here the bibini yani before ye Jimmy e kire edan ne buegu yeso na ye wuawie no anse na abechichire yie kese e de akanipa no ho asempa bibini Jimmy momma egu schools ye de aduane asai e ma momma mabetna ha say nukro say nya nukro tu wana mon na ko hu se enya nukre ye de Jimmy titewo ene ye Yesu ewrade me se momma no momma ne daache no ena mo Jimmy nti politicians use mo agofo ni bi no dodo mo Jimmy me parent o me awofo so bi be ka kire se ende me school me bako eduane bi wo ho eduane no mo de man kwara na ebia milk na say or mami video say me njini pani ndikura. I will go to the school and question them. Is what I am showing you true? It is not a crime. So uko school so mo come hubom na mo school ko busa. You have not committed a crime. You want to verify because obano enkwa hiawo. But as usual, yani awofo dodo e wo Ghana ye Jimmy nti. I'm saying this because momma de momma femu no enhamo kwase bi se free SHS. Enti mo pia momma guo na uhu bibi ti say. Come out. Emu bi say. Ena ye de nua ema momma edi. Ya kasa wa ha. Maka de meka. Ma kire mu videos. Sanka me kra na wonpɛ ma asɛm na wo time me. Ena wo se Kevin Taylor de odidi atem. Onim nyansa. Just go and verify. Say, I want to see the rice you have been cooking for my daughter and my son. Just that. Into uko na se emono enye emopa we di boni undi boni. But all of you majority stayed back and fire ho mo money bewu. Now ma menche mo new development on asema me ka kire mo no de esi. Me the video we kire mo say this is the kind of rice Amomba AD. me the video we chremo. Le Mens company ne kokra mo ne buy e mo ne fe mo show rice. E man ko for frɛ wo show we so e man kwara de bi ka kyerɛ se e mo no wo ho enye ye dia na moja ye junso moja ne ade school for the fresh show we so Ghana for awofo de bi dodo mo agimi nti muntie me ye Ghana for awofo no dodo no mo agimi munnim nyansa mon sese wo senka mo wo if you say responsibility a eka awo ho no monte ase mutena fie ena mo de ye politics free SHS me ba wo school obahwere obado obado be wie school ontumi wo obado be wie school ontumi ponya ne menses. This is the rice they are serving your kids. Now I mention development no na mention mujimi nti sa effect a rice na have no edinka have wie before ye jimmy e kire ne ba na wu dan nsam na osu na wakoye yie na wasade ne kwase akogina sori say ye konda asia sori bibini ya aboa bibini ye mu dodo no 90% ye moa meka ho ye jimmy ade abroni betu wana mo ade abroni ebe take action afa ne ba ho no bibini parent ne kwase enti ote wo ene wo hwa nyame anim onsa obehwere wo ba no because politician kwase ampe yi bia ono ka just free SHS no none of these politicians omuma endi sa emu we bi politician bia ni Ghana ne badi mu we bi na mo jimmy mo ya kwase a nti mo mpesa mo badwene. Now, I'm mentioning new development. Now, I showed a picture of this gentleman. Your friend is Simon. Le Mens company, Moshosho Rice, women at the back. This is the guy, Omulidi, that poisonous rice. And as I speak to you, over 20,000 bags. It didn't come to school. Oko Kumasia. Headmaster now or say yes. Saman lead the distribution of this spoiled poisonous rice. You people should come together as a unit and go to the schools and demand short man, today is a special one, and demand ye money ediane be no mudi munko school musa nkora say emu amudi no ete saying na mabusa school for the matrons ediane amudi ma ye man ye pese ye hye mudi mo kwase atifie mo time Kevin the way Jimmy me ba will never eat this nonsense. Me ba ma wono na ya boa wa wutia to na ye de poison if you womba no na me kire wo no ade na wuntu wan na monka say Kevin no boa. Hey Kevin, no yeah politics. Hey Kevin, but none of you took action and no the poison in mamomba. Almost a poison in mamomba. Na mutufia na mama na fre me home family da me yari and then me ya na mbano me menses. It is the poisonous rice they are feeding these kids. Now, there me be yes a story no 2 days 3 days. And a production of that rice no. Baby na emunigu from Sunyani to Kumasi no. Omo distribute no they stopped. What happened was that they started rebagging the rice into different bags. After me scandal, no, the information me follow up when said they stopped shipping the rice. Have blown their cover. So what they did was that they started moving the rice from the yellow bag into different bags in Sunyani and in Kumasi. So they started changing the bags, but the rice was the same rice they were packing into different bags. Mamika be sure. So what they started doing, they started rebagging. The Le Mens company, they started rebagging. Now the most funny thing, and I say, there is somebody who is heading the education ministry, Educhum. He basically stopped buffer stock. He basically took the warehouse of buffer stock and the man Le Mens company. said, take your rice and go and put there. Maybe Kachira must say, the education minister has taken over the distribution of food to free SHS. What the education ministry did, they say, they cut buffer stock out. And now the education minister, Educhum, started using his own people to distribute eduane to schools, you know. So at a point, sir, in conference supply eduane buffer stock, no, buffer stock was saying, the education ministry has taken over this. So for almost 7-8 months, the buffer stock, they don't have any hand in distribution of food to any school. But the buffer stock warehouses, no, education minister Educhum, no, he has taken over the warehouses because buffer stock is not receiving food from anybody. It is the education minister who is bringing his own people to distribute the food into Ashanti region. Or say to two headmaster, no, make sure the picture, no, or no, and a lady, the distribution of this poisonous rice. Now, when it comes to what we call distribution of rice, when it comes to the sacks we use in distributing the grains, there's something interesting about those sacks. All the suppliers are almost supply eduane edema buffer stock no. Buffer stock wankasa sack, sack wankasa bottle. Enti majority of the distributors of the buffer stock no, they are able to purchase buffer stock bottle. Enti maybe some in simple mawa. There is licensed buying companies and your licensed suppliers. Now, if you are in the books of the government of Ghana and not the books of buffer stock and now free SHS secretariat say you are a licensed buyer or a licensed supplier, you can have access to buffer stock sacks. In Tibia, o distribute maize to buffer stock, or town maize ma buffer stock. What happens? And they say you have the right to buy sacks from buffer stock, and I say you can request for bottle buffer stock logos. Because you are licensed to supply eduane to buffer stock, cereal or grains, whatever. Into some of these suppliers, they all have buffer stock labeled sack and as a bottle. Into the moment, Abia can tell us supply beans. Oh, but some of the beans, and they come and take or buy buffer stock sacks. Into twa now the ebrone bar now was share buffer stock bottle now they are bar, meaning say we are doing official business. Now, when I came out to do a morning scandal, no, what happened was that this Lamens company, no, through Educhum, no, they halted production. I say almost back. Remember, Educhum a buffer stock, no, what buffer stock free buffer stock for him. He is now running the Ghana Free SHS food. Into on it, Free SHS secretariat, akwebina order dakwa. Educhum ne dakwa, any educhum mia, omo yes way. So they cut buffer stock out, and now the buffer stock warehouse is now empty. No, now Educhum is directing his people to bring those rice there. Into me scandal, no, what they did was that they stopped a little bit. And I'm calling idea right now Kevin Taylor has shown more social rice, you know. Yeah, the Kwa Bontina schools because there's already 12,000 out in Koranidi. I'm complaining. So what they have to do now is they had to change the sack button or some sano. And the most interesting thing is, let me show you this. Rebagging, they were doing the rebagging in ECOWAS bags. ECOWAS for Omo bottle, regional food security their reserve. They were doing the rebagging in ECOWAS bags. Our buffer stock warehouse. It was Sunyane and Kumasi. The buffer stock has no control because the instructions is from above. Because you buffer stock, you have the warehouse. You don't have any food. And the minister say, so they started doing something. I feel I'm for different kinds of sack. Now they are putting the poisonous rice in ECOWAS bags. representing say the rice has been sanctioned by the economic ECOWAS into a legitimate rice, but they were bagging the rice the buffer stock warehouse. Buffer stock cannot do anything. They are stuck. They cannot act. Educhum has seized buffer stock. Into buffer stock for the almost work. They are like watchdogs. They cannot make any they cannot order anything. And yes, sir, a mona be go warehouse. And a company no editing call for be go and no more rebag a mono. When you look at it very well, they were bagging it in ECOWAS bag and the same time bagging it in buffer stock bags. Now something has happened today. And I can tell you on authority, buffer stock, Sunyani or Kumasi, they have no idea about this. This is strictly operations from above. Emma Sanko Fowe bag this spoiled rice, poisonous rice into different sacks in buffer stock bags and also into ECOWAS bags. Now, my mention the scene there. So today in Kumasi, buffer stock for Hosa and a policeman from the regional headquarters. Muntie, I will follow be now with Jimino. I know said there are some people in the supply chain they are doing this, but man has a problem. So and the buffer stock for omni control bia le mens for no ede omun call for begu buffer stock and omu rebag mono. In fact, you can see a few media houses went there. A few media houses echo a location ho. And there's one thing the media houses did, which is terrible. And I'll speak about it. Their reporting wasn't consistent. And that is the bad thing. Time FMB call another radio Otek Foko, they went there with cameras. But the report now later the reporting was skewed. So at time FM for no Kumasi now with the police for a chief from regional headquarters, Echo Buffer Stock they skewed their report. Omukodu radio station now I feel Oma Dane report Oma Dane report now man I be to say a buffer stock for no problem. And they call say any buffer stock for and they know because when they question buffer stock can say these are not their stuff. But Omukodu radio station so time FM for went to skew the story to make it look like say buffer stock for, but they knew the company and the good bottle. They never mentioned the company. They didn't insist to say then they bedru her. All that they did was that they went to their radio stations and skewed their story. The question here to Time FM for say one signal say buffer stock. These are people competitors of Le Mans. Into Mundi Kambu say Time FM for no police for the frame one I say one call because when police is going to do some arrest they don't send cameras with them, they don't send media with them. So how were they able to follow them? There was an agenda from that radio station. Now into which pictures now a Time FM for no could you try me better. So this morning the police from the Ashanti regional headquarters they went there and they went to make some inquiries and ended up saying those people at the warehouse no omoni omonko office because they want to know how Adriana no edru. So these are some of the pictures that Time FM for no post here, and these were the rice expiration date 2023. I've already shown you these pictures over and over. Now let me show you the here. Today policemen from the regional headquarters in Ashanti region went to buffer stock, and when they went there, Mensah educhum amomo instructions and told buffer stock not to distract them. No, they were bagging. So you can see police for in the warehouse. They went to meet the people who were bagging the rice. So this is what happened today when they were bagging the rice now into different buffer stock bags and ECOWAS bags. The regional police went there. Busa wo say ade no mo bag mo no omdi nose mask I show monsa. Omo mo bag mo no mo nyina ahyehye. Emo no a omo bag no. Emo no eye nyoma na efiri mu no powder no. Omo skin nyina ahyehye. That is why our boys now omo bag mo no they are wearing nose mask. Emo na say adani poison. They are still insisting they need to feed your children. There's another development. So police phone call buffer stock one la Mensah for boys to say omo bagino. Because they have been given the authority by Educhum, the Minister of Education. Buffer stock cannot do anything. At the end of the buffer stock omu as we speak today, buffer stock omu ni eduane omana eko odaye e Educhum ena ekra eduane ne ba. Now, police for call na radio station ejina ho standby. Ask yourself why. Time of one can say, is it normal? Say every time the Ghana Police Service omuko baby akwara your friend radio momudi. No, there's something that I'll tell you later. Now, what I can tell you on authority and say, after this incident, issue buffer stock, the FDA they have come to take samples of the rice and shut the buffer stock warehouse down. Me say. The Food and Drugs Authority today, they also went to the location as Sa Emuwegu. They have taken samples, omuko tested. They know, but FDA for no, and himself wanna say, almost omuko take a sample. They have locked the warehouse. But there's more to this thing I don't want to tell you today. We know how to crawl. I have documenter, a provy, and a bank statement. Okay? Buffer stock, they have no idea about what is going on. How many power and po? Me and Betina Kachem say, Educhum buffer stock contract free Muslim. Educhum is using his powers. And people in the Jubilee House, any free SHG secretary, I'm not running buffer stock. Buffer stock. They don't know nothing. They are just there. They have no powers. So as we speak today, the FDA, they have gone to take samples and lock the warehouse. FDA for Lankasa himself Mona saying. Are they going to come tell us say Mona say? Why are they still sitting there? Me catch them that say le man for no e yeduchum na de o mababa. Enya buffer stock they have no idea. So why should we be here? Who your parent na me catch them say enkofo we be kumoma. You sit there and insult me. Emono dodo no Ashanti region ejina emono dodo no Ashanti region for the edimono. But over 30,000 bags they have spread it around the nation. Emu we na enkwara na kase emu na say omudi na mutumoja. Emu we me catch them ha enemo awofo di nkomo chire mu video. Still bibini ya kwasia. You guys, it's a pity, man. It's a pity. It's a real pity. And it hurts sometimes. When you sit here and you do things from your heart, now Ghanaians don't get it. Hey, MPP, this Baumia MPP. You people have no idea. Now, Mr. P. Jack. I want to talk about the Electoral Commission quickly. Electoral Commission for conducting assemblyman election almost 3 days. Omuntumi elections anyway. Jane Mensah and Bosman Asari. They have conducted assemblyman election for 3 solid days. They've not been able to complete the elections. Why? Assemblyman. When you general elections with MPs, presidential candidates, so when you assemblyman election, Jane Mensah before assemblyman election, we Okachre say all materials have been shipped, everything is intact, and that we are not supposed to be scared. They have budgeted, and it is a fact to say materials now are on their way with police, protection, and every constituency will receive their materials.
All our election materials and equipment required for the district level elections have been procured in sufficient quantities. Ballot papers for the DLE have also been printed and dispatched to the various regions and districts under police escort. All our election materials and equipment required for the district level elections have been procured in sufficient quantities. Ballot papers for the DLE have also been printed and dispatched to the various regions and districts under police escort.
Before the elections, Jane Mensah Kachre say all materials have been distributed under police escort. The being and materials for the first time in the history of the Republic of Ghana. Assemblyman election, unit committee election, police station baby okrapa nipa 20 ni ho yentu more than 100. Jane Mensah cannot complete the elections. And you want to tell me Jane Mensah is capable of conducting 2024 elections? You sit there or say Ghana's elections will be transparent, it will be successful under Jane Mensah, under Bosman Asari. This is a woman okoda na ne ho ba no abeka chem say may you rule with you, may you enke free her, may you way free her. This lady does not deserve to be the Electoral Commission boss. Never. Ghana's democracy where it is, Jane Mensah will split it into pieces. She will break it into pieces. Now I warn him, me, I'm an American. Jane Mensah has no idea about elections. 2020 elections, the elections, it wasn't smooth. It was one of the worst elections in the history of this republic. Can you compare Jane Mensah to Charlotte Osei's elections? No single soul was lost. Nobody contested the result of Charlotte Osei to Abontene. Nobody in Ghana. It was one shot and it was valid. 2020, Jane Mensah had the results 6 till date. She could not even enter court to tell us, say, you are still insisting this peasant disease of a human being way, and I'm with the Ghana democracy in sim. Ye Jimmy Anna. Bosman Asari onamo, oh ye Jimmy. He is just licking the butt of Jane Mensah or Kotuaro na no akotari Jane Mensah to Ojane na no abet na kan kwasi asem. Bosman ni Jane Mensah cannot give you an electioner befitting. They can't. Yesterday, electioner Jane Mensah said, "Oh ye enke frim diano." See what happened at a place. Just see. This yesterday, electioner see. People went to vote. This is the outcome.
Still here at the Ghana North constituency at the Methodist Church polling station, where we had a situation involving 2 women, twins, where one person came earlier to exercise her franchise. The system had some challenges capturing her fingerprints, but she went through the facial recognition system successfully and was able to cast her ballot. The second sister came in and was unable to. The machine was unable to recognize her fingerprints and her facial features. It appears because the first sister, who is a twin sister, had already been captured in the system, it is repeating as an already registered and voted person. We're speaking to the polling officer, the presiding officer, who tells us that this is the first time they're having any challenges at all with the software. However, there's a possibility that it could be the same person who's posing as 2 people. But we've had people, family and friends, tell us that they know these 2 women. They are familiar with them and their twins, and we even spoke to their mother, who also is a twin. So the situation we just witnessed between the two sisters who claim they are twins, and the system has already picked one person and is rejecting the other person's fingerprints. Can you tell us exactly what happened?
I think you just narrated. They are twins. And it seems the other sister came and voted. So when the second person came in, when he put his finger on it, he's rejecting. It means she have voted already. So I think it's maybe, I don't know if blood-related issue or facial recognition or what. But I think if they could have used the indelible ink, when this one is in, they will know that, no, this is a different person. So they can call two partners that or the agents so that they can rectify, because definitely the name should be different. In this case, the other person did not vote because they said they have nothing to do about it. So the other person did not vote.
Did you see that machine going off? You said you saw the machine going off.
Yes. The machine, but I don't know the reason why the machine go off.
Does this inspire confidence in you? Do you think that we are ready for election 2024 on the back of what we just witnessed?
Unless if they check it, maybe 2024 it will be okay for us. Yes.
Do you know the people personally? The women? Do you know the twins personally?
Yes, I know them.
So they actually twins?
Yes, they are my sisters.
Oh,
okay. We did the same area. Yes.
Anything else you can add to this?
But for me to say, you can't compare this election to the general election. If it were a general election, the other sister will not accept to go. Because this is assembly election, so she just said, because the reason why this is trying to generate, because people are saying that you can win with one vote. So they want the other sister also to vote. But because the tension is cool, then she decided to go. But if it could have been general election, it would be different thing. Because others were saying that the machine have been 40. That's why. Because I don't understand, they have different features. So how can you tell me because they are twins and the machine cannot detect? So assuming we have 10,000 twins in Ghana, it tells you that maybe 500 will vote and the other 500 will not vote, which will not order well. I may say maybe this one is just cool here, but other place, if they are twins, it will not be well. This is assembly election, but other place, I don't think they will take it lightly. Fortunately, this is a woman or a female. If they are male, I don't think, or let's assume if it's vice versa, one female, one male, and my sister came and voted, and me, I'm here, you are telling me that you not allow me to vote. So I don't think different features, because we are twins, machine can reject the other one, that one have come already.
This is ridiculous. Just say, oh, here is a Jimenez was what bottom. Now, so kind of gene in your so facial recognition machine and the DND. Sign your money in a way. Here I go. Sign your manager Mensah Jessica say, or the aircraft akoma elections are resolute, DND transparent. Sasi kind of J and what the quiet day. Intendant Tafon to win Twaba. And Tafoba Kotwa, Obianto. And this is the lady you people are saying, say, Ombe Rani 2024 elections. But Jimmy, this woman has mental problem. Easy for the candidates were easy. Now today, Yasaba say election ya to share and then the almost say election ya to short china. This is Bossman sorry. Now muntie ni statement here. We want me busa the question be.
Of course, not delivered what is expected to have been a smooth district level elections. Of course, the national coordinator for the group, Eugene Ahin, Albert Ahin, raising a number of concerns about even the printing of the ballots. So what's the factor accounting for the problems we've witnessed in terms of the issuance of the ballot papers?
I think we've heard several people trying to criticize what transpired yesterday. You know, running elections, especially at the district level elections, is so different. It's more complex. The features are so different from that of the presidential and the parliamentary. You know, with this election, what happens is that you are doing the elections in each electoral area. So you take a place, a particular district, for example, you can have different elections in about 33 areas for the unit committee, as well as another 33 for the assembly. So this is a very, very different one. The commission was strongly of the view that everything must be held on the 19th, but we had some last-minute technical challenges. As a result of that, the ballot papers delayed in some of these areas. So you look at, of the 16 regions, we're able to send the ballot papers to all the districts all the electoral areas in 14 of them. In Ashanti region, where we have almost 1,087 electoral areas, we're able to have ballot papers for both the unit and the assembly in almost about 806 of the electoral areas. In the eastern region, although we were able to get the ballot papers for almost 20 of the regions, in some of the regions we had some delays. So the thinking of the commission was that in order to have a level playing field, why don't we postpone it to Thursday? So that's why the rest of the districts are going to have the elections on Thursday.
So is it your assessment that what transpired leading to the subsequent announcement from the EC that you'd have to defer the process has nothing to do with the issuance of the ballot papers?
You said it has nothing to do with what?
With the issuance of the ballot papers, I'm asking.
No, the ballot, as I indicated, in some of the places, the ballot papers delayed. Some of the places, the ballot papers were there around 9:30 a.m. And the thinking of the commission was that once we've announced that the process will begin at 7 a.m., it will be appropriate to give them another opportunity so that all of them will be able to start at 7 a.m. And we noticed that those places too were several. For example, in the eastern region, we're looking at almost about 16 or so districts. In Ashanti region, we're looking at over 200 electoral areas. And just again to clarify, the commission is fully prepared that by tomorrow all of them.
This is ridiculous. Wait, just say now at the end of the day, what catch some materials score. After materials now could do materials ne delay. Now materials now say delay no so moon to me. Now he was making some analysis. He was making some argument. Didn't make sense. But when I started to say, or say a year assemblyman election a different and it is more complex. Bossman, sorry. Or say assemblyman election a different, a so different and it is so complex. And to say general elections are your presidential and the parliamentary. Your polling station are a presidential and the parliamentary near too. Say a assemblyman and a unit committee a assemblyman a unit committee. What is so complex about this? Or see, you can get to 33 polling October or say the polling station. You can go to a place, there's 33 units polling stations for unit committee and 33 for assemblyman. Yes, because everywhere you put a box, say 2 ballot papers now. The same as presidential and parliamentary. Everywhere you put a voting box, there are 2 papers there. A assembly, a presidential and parliamentary. So what is so complex about this? Even the general elections where the people on the ballot paper are plenty. And we are voting presidential and voting. Sometimes we have about 18 presidential candidates, 18 parliamentary candidates. This is assemblyman and this is assemblyman unit committee. And if you conducted the elections, the catcher say assemblyman election, which people basically at the end of the day, the turnout is very low, no pressure, no giddy. You are not able to conduct it. You are not able to get materials to location. People are struggling with facial recognition. You, the same fool, is telling me I'm taking ink out, and you come to tell me it is so different and so complex. If you are seeing assemblyman election is complex, then you don't have the right to conduct 2024. So in Ghana today, at the end of what Ghana say, Mensah and Bosman should lead the EC, because from the statement of Bosman, they are not equipped or they are not experienced enough to be able to organize elections. Because what Ghana say una experience, una nimdia, to organize the elections. Catch them say assemblyman election a complex, then you don't deserve to be there. See you say yafa Chris Hilton say on coach Black Stars. Na ye nim say coach for bebre wo wiase, but ye choose Chris Hilton say one ye gin say wonim de. One na yahwe wo CV wu say osu betuma ye adwuma no. Ji adwuma no. Na Chris Hilton be catch say coaching the Black Stars there, it is very complex. Then you, Chris Hilton, you cannot coach the team. It means you are indirectly telling us to say you are not fit for the job. It is a bossman tells us to say assemblyman election is complex and so different. Then it means me on the street and I got any otijom no know your pet. Because the reason why who enjoy what you are enjoying is because you can fix complex problems. Mamina otijom tombo no, he cannot solve complex problems. On in a human say or tombo de or person na ubetuma solve electoral complex problems no take anything Chelsea kakasie anything yama car yama bodyguard anything yama kwan out to make a conquest yes will be on fan sanka because you say na ubetuma solve complex problems yani ke betuma solve and ke easy boss. So for you to just come out and say assemblyman election a different and complex no, you don't qualify to be there. You are technically telling us unim nyansa betuma conduct general elections. In the same way, say Boss Manasari Okana Bruchira Abrofun the Tikruduma and Kenda na Jobe resign. Yeah. Because Yama Motike Jetia, Yama Mote Makaran Malata, Omote Takra the market, Omote Tokraba. Because it is complex, that is why we didn't give the job to them. But we know that the job is complex, but you unim di. Especially a job as somebody has done before. You won't say it was smooth. Charlotte said so. All these kind of elections happen. We did not see this kind of foolishness and incompetence. And for you to tell us today, say a human complex, no, then you yourself you are telling us you are not right or you do not qualify for this job. And if we are taking these words into 2024, you can see clearly say these people Ekufuado ne Baomia Jimmy no omo be say Ghana. I'm telling you. Ghana for ebia na me kan mo na asem kire awofo. Omo didi matem nyame beye and mo hu de esi FDA akotum. Ya beje sample omo say mo na say mo ma na edi o and omo go so di. And they change bottle the money gum. Ma catch them from 2017 till date. Nanado Danko Ekufuado the MPP, Jane Mensah and the bossman. I swear to God. Some mama muni anda ho se Ghana for man come one boom and decided to come together to change this government. Omo best say krono. All these fools they hold diplomatic passports. Bossman or diplomatic passport. Jane Mensah or diplomatic passport. Bawumia, the NPP for no manage elections, they all have diplomatic passports. And I can tell you for a fact, 99% of them money in Ghana. Now where? So they don't have anything to lose. Mamika even show. Sa boss Masaro Kwasiafo Muguano. They don't care. But Yatiani Ekasana wunti. Because of you, the Ghanaian. Because of what Amanchem, what Kwabre, what Fosu, wunti. Because free SHS Kraba and Busa won't say, Ura Parliament. Now Ukobusa MPP for Omo Penesu free SHS, Mumbusa, even Makwechri. Sam Kwasiafo Mudi MPP, she say, Omi Jumo Jubilee House, Omi Baumia spokespersons, Obi anyone the back of free SHS. Me say, San Kwasiafo no better radio say, Yakasama MPP, ye former for Nana, Baumia is the signal. None of them. Cause Jubilee House, dirty boys, none of them. To me, Sumami top pizza every UK at the Bromo. Flight tour, near Mobia Cotinim, no top pizza. Now I saw for the next flight, they are Jubilee House, some with the pizza from the UK. Odo kwasiato on say and them man aduane no and the FDA abetum aduane ne nkorare die wie dia aka no mabetu no and there's more. After this short break I will pick calls.
Should I feel frustrated and resign? I took an oath when I was sworn in, and in my life when I take on the reins to do something, I do it to the best of my ability. Those who do not understand tree, please forgive me. They say I'm a unkwanoma. Me de me cry abo afore. Me hear de me to me. But there is doom looming ahead of us. That very soon, a murderer will boldly walk to court to seek an injunction. Should I feel frustrated and resign? I took an oath when I was sworn in. And in my life, when I take on the reins to do something, I do it to the best of my ability. Those who do not understand tree, please forgive me. They say I'm a unkwanoma. Me de me cry abo afore. Me ye de me to me.
My appeal is to the Electoral Commission. I plead with them. They should do their duty to God and country. They shouldn't cheat for anybody. I don't want them to cheat for me. I don't want anybody to rig the election for me. And they shouldn't rig the election for anybody. They should let the voice of the people speak. And they should let the wish of the Ghanaian people prevail. Electoral Commission officers, I'm appealing to your conscience and your hearts. On that day, 7th December, when you come out, do your work as strictly and according to the rules as possible, so that the true wishes of the Ghanaian people can be manifest.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, caller.
Hello, Kevin.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, me pese me fa akwanya isu. Na me kasa kire me nuanom asantefo, me ya santini kun. Eni me nuanom achimfo. Enso to ye ne yenhu a, ade akye ye hunu se nso ato. Na de be pa potin ye de ye hu se ya. Ama yetimi jimi sa, ama party we mu epese wie yen. Ayen nim no bibia wasantema mu bia no. MP NDC for na ye man. Kevin, me say asem bia me hu ye. Me ni madam fu bi ekọ mikrom. Na mikrom so na kyese eho nyina erosion ase kro ni nyina asante o. Ena light su ni ho. Ena Rollins dey light ba ho na atames bi so be ye saa erosion ase kro ni nyina. Na madam fu bi ti abrochiri. Wa betena brochiri ache. Ena Kevin wo ba ye nu bi wo ba bi. Ye nam ho an wo say eh na ha de da be na light ba ye. Ena da be na ye say nam so NDC fu ya wo say ena enyefe. Kyase nkwasiasem kyase NPP for ye ye nti enyefe. Ne krobe pa na yetima ye de SHS ena dada me na me ma miensa ne wo SHS tamwana NDC for mitua 480 me kwakura na mitimi tua ba ko de na de aka no a ye de mama na matuatua last one na wo ko mitua 38 million san wura mu imagine say na minister Canada ho a na SHS so ye de SHS and now call parliament here German san kwasi asem ma odi ye nyina no na MPP for gigi no so say yemfa indelible ink enye and na de omu nyina aka say and na de omu hu say Mensah de no enye ne kro ben na ye betime yi first lady ni nua baba ne de na be electoral commissioner mummy anwini mi nua no santifo
But I say hello, caller. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. That's my friend watch and then menya wudi. Na yadum. Very thing. Yes, it is na go keka no. Even if no more that PSHS no kro ma ko ma ban. Just a formal letter kro mo tira kra no. Aye den. Mo tira formal letter kra ko pe djuma bi asi ju obedi da sumo si bi kra. Aye den. When my mom for the more in PSHS ubi so mo say we cry aye dia kra omuni. Nti dia ade na o che ho ode ne trebi ni Jimmy sem ne nkwasi ade teto ye no. Comedy boys was here, comedy boys was here. A Juma Quay, Yabinia, into the on Nama or no ocean on Chicano Masukra, na MPP dear. You know, ya 2 more good, you know, Muni Bibia, or Muni Cia Bicha.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello, Tobiawala.
Oh, Auntie Monica, long time. Yeah.
Yeah. That's idea that then we
Okay.
When someone come the 24/7 in the middle of so we can be so that government is a development or a developing country are not having. Hello?
Auntie Monica, you too.
then me put be so there. Ghana or a development country and because Akufa the regime me with the Ghana ya backward 100%. And a second question, so me put be say James the city Ghana no ye do winter. Let 3 o'clock adasta yento voter. Sabi Ghana embassy afuna that was fight for one bano future generation. This year why the YouTuber no wo goma instead of economic na why a journal no what come out as so question. It's I na ye wa ha na ye dey fight ye dey Ghana the Ghana fu embassy afuno. Today me ye bisa da ha na bisu wa hin. Onye ejuma ani NGC women a women parliament no Zanato pe no ye ejuma apart from Zanato mu di ala do ye ejuma it's a campaign lady 2024 your bob ma ya campaign na ya Ghana
let me show Auntie Monica. Thank you very much. All right, okay, Auntie Monica. Hello, caller. Hello. Yes sir, go ahead.
Good evening. Good morning.
Yes sir.
Please, Kevin, I just want to encourage the NDC people concerning this assemblyman election. Correlation Amiankasama year from this.
Kasamitio. Hello?
Correlation Amiankasama year from all these points up to now, NDC has taken most of the assemblyman positions. And it is a good step, say Ghanaians are listening and they are taking that step in order to achieve victory 2024. That is an assurance. I mean, who are listening, and we thank you for the good work that you are doing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead.
My friend Mujahid Mikasa African Bibia yenya butre yetna na etiwa chese ubi anipa omayehu de ekoso nsensa na wo gudi tujani na ya ewonye sande ebefa dia adwuma na omo se omo fanya adwuma no ajimifo na omo fanya adwuma no omo fanya adwuma se kuru no bo aye nyina na etim ba ye de 2024 kwan bia so ebefa so ama jomama ba back no sa kwan na ebefa sa kwan bia so ebefa so bia no ebe ama jomama ba back because he bread do.
But I say thank you very much from Kintampo. Hello, caller.
Kevin, not to say.
Bibi Aboko.
Kevin, oh my God. Program here na ma share. Me ho ye basa. Adi we ye ekoso yon. Asante wo no hu ombehu di ekoso nyina but the custom mindset no Kevin maybe say no me hear program no me kasa Jimmy for no until some start to hear program no me who say there's something going on because o program ya we on kabetinya asset idea on nka asante for especially Jimmy. Oh my God.
Where asante ni
asante na me pure asante ni me pure na ni pa but based on me cause of my voice, Kevin. Asante for a Jimmy in general. Anything that every people want to know. Because someone say, "Omebody T-shirt, omebody enchine, so they will never do anything. And they do one more. The beginning mindset, timid, and very slow. I think we are okay. 2024. Everyone class one can hear. Anything that MPP, really taking advantage of them. Or someone who say, the be more popularity in one, Asante mem, and Asante phone, Jimmy, I'm pay development. They will like development. I'm pay. Say, I'm not a feeling. Now, and I'm here if a program back on a assemblyman, Abota, Edna, a few way. Oh my God.
Now, we feel, Sibia, Cocopa, Nipa the Dynamo. Ya won't quarantine ticket the bow.
makuma kwampo ye me ya because me wo busia for Ghana say high school FPP bogus. Oh my God. 2024 we are coming to Ghana to vote for Mahama to come back to power.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this.
Come in, develop my son. Mahama yeah plan Ghana for vote against him.
Ayo.
FPP for Ghana for your boy. Okay, Tiano Munyano.
Thank you. I appreciate this, boss. Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Yes, Baja Casamitio. Oh, Asembisa. Casamitio.
And Paul, this must be your million. This must be your Paul and Pastor Westiana.
Hello, caller.
Hello, Kevin.
Yes, go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Kevin, me mau edi and me mau edi for Ghana for friends. I brought my master Malaysia. Ghana for Shia wa anka boy bi at your marry. Kevin captain here. You see, FD for now so makofa sample no. FD and kasa and a crime scene. Unim sa Kevin.
Unim sa pa.
There are so many herbal products in the market. FDA farmer more approval without even testing the efficacy of those products. Share a brand TBC or to coke, another Fanta, another to the Kofa medicine, another call FDA for approval. Say a star and Yalwedi, FDA approved them. You see, time mono sample no my best fans say they call FDA. Almost one say my best friend called time movie aqua supply. The best thing is Kevin, you be trade out to a money warehouse. It's better to lose one warehouse than to lose thousands of Enkola. It's so sad. Now, Bossman, Asari can't say conducting election on 6,000 electoral areas. This assembly election in 6,000. Yes, a complex.
Yeah.
What about a general election? I had 38,642 polling stations. It's a brand of Mensah, a press and all all is set. You know what was Mensah? What facts did she have before she spoke? And you see, Kevin, I'm saying Ghana for notice CDB. Mensah press conference me at the stage manager.
Yeah.
At the same time of the general election, you know, who journalists be and that opens herself up for questioning and answers. And a stage manager. Omission aspect the camera edit he mic sitting any make us say Ocean and Trump for and I suspect Assassin Radio Studios Ghana for must open their eyes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, please. Good evening. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Please, my name is Enoch. I'm calling from Kintampo, but my hometown is at Bimbila.
Bimbila, okay, go ahead.
Yes, please, we want you to talk about Mr. Dominic, Mr. Dominic. Now, what he's doing for our hometown.
Who is Mr. Dominic? Who is Mr. Dominic?
The interior, I mean. Dominic Nito.
Mr. Nito, what is he doing?
You know, he's not helping. We over there. He's not helping us. He only come and then he talk about. He just say that he know our problems. The moment he just come and say he know our problems, that is all.
So what do you people have to do? What do you people have to do?
No, we don't know what to do. The first time he was saying that because Akufo-Addo is not on power, that's the reason why he's not having powers to help us. But now Akufo-Addo came to power.
So vote against him. Vote against him. Why are you voting for him?
Now we don't even know what to do. And then
what to do is that vote against him. Listen, my brother. Listen to me. You are my brother. I love you.
Okay, I'm
no
listening.
Homo. I love you. No homo.
Okay.
Vote against him because
okay.
he could not give you what you want. So vote against him. So that is what you have to do. Don't say you don't know what to do. Don't sit there and say you have an option to vote against him and bring somebody else. So go to the ballot and vote against Nitiwo because what he told you he was going to do, he has not done it.
But now the problem is over there is that it's concumbents and then the Gombes, and then they are doing challenge. Then the concumbents are more than the Gombes. So that's the reason why it's 8 years now. Nothing is coming. Nothing is coming. You see.
So it's more of a tribal. It's more of a tribal thing, right?
Yes, that is it.
All right, I hear you.
So
okay.
We are just suffering over there. Thank you.
Thank you. So you see, when you go up there too, that's what's happening. Hello, caller. Hello. All right, my Mensah caller on this line. I think this line they are not ready. Let me pick a caller on this line. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Drago. Indelible ink in the issue, no. And this for me, no more G2. That's the end.
That's
the only video no boy now.
Yeah.
Video no boy now. I'm talking about twins and our then no. Because of women using indelible ink, Bakuno wasn't around. The other one was not around.
They wanted a person to vote twice, eh?
And this verification devices, last I was talking to you about those twins,
Yeah.
About programming register or memory card, so they are shared device. So if they don't use the indelible ink, they will program other police stations with people's identity on them. It will be no different police station, no two. That's how they are going to rate the election. So they program the register on the memory card. So they can program it on different police stations, put people's details on the memory card on different police stations. Not two different police stations. Because of that, there's nothing that will show that we're too about. But in the level in Ghana, or do what they know that now this person have voted.
You have a very good point. You have a very, very good point, boss. Thank you very much. All right. For somebody. Hello, caller.
Hello, Nana Kama Nshia. Good evening.
Good evening.
Nana Nshia wa nkaye wu nkaye tiate. Se mpese so asem o. Me de bia mebusa wasema mo wa kyerɛkyerɛ mu. Wada Roma. Je Mensah entro na obetwa say election we say ni nyina ye ready no.
Materials no.
Materials na ye ready no. Entro na we twa Ghana fo wahwe nyina ye nim a we twa ye entro no. Nana Kama Nshia ye pawacho pi. Uhwa ye ntimi nsiu na na so we twa entro.
Ghana na wo no. Wa wonim ekro na de metima aka che Ghana fo sisi an ne say o bibia also we are the nkofo we ni nyina no. All that you need to do is to vote against NPP. They have hijacked the courts. They have hijacked the police. They have hijacked the army. They have hijacked every institution. The only thing I want to me hijack here is Kokromoti. You get what I mean? Inti Kokromoti nkwane the only thing left to save this nation. And intina whatever is happening, enya ade ebejai. Ekufu adu nkwasi asem ne ba omiama de omo ye no omo njaye o. They are not going to stop. They are even going to push you people to the edge. Say ne be ya mube revolti no maka say yentumi nto aba Ghana. Inti the only thing you people have control over Kokromoti. Inti for everyone to be ready to vote against the NPP. That's it. Say you start to say ye kon ya mom way to go through. The moment a Ghana for best sorry say ye kon tokwa Ekufuado omoye hallelujah. If you say Ome declare state of emergency, Ghana is safe to have elections. Inti say ye be kodie yenjai. Say ye be wakobobi yen chain Kokromotino has to do the job. They have taken everything away from you. They have taken your liberty. They have taken your jobs. They have taken your rights. They have taken you as a Ghanaian. Or identity cry Ghana card, a passport, but you can take all these things back with just your finger, just your thumb. Ukokromoti. Vote against the NPP. Be people from here to make a
vote against Semasa.
That's it.
Or no man. Nyame adom na say ye power no a police for any soldiers for no on be guide ni bi man.
Dabi, me that say. All right. Hello caller. Hello.
Yeah, Kevin.
Meet you.
Yeah, let us say.
Bibi aboko.
Kumwalani. I mean, what summarize BB? Just vote against the. But my cat Jane Mensah some kit webi. Jane Mensah, low level elections way. Won't me running low level elections way. Now, how about high level elections about 2024? Now, be tomorrow running. A Krobia Kajimenta Kaya fire and the data.
One time,
America, UK, one time. Auntie. Yeah, me interview say then you say we incompetent. You be one time. Whoa. Can't you cry? Na adia ba ko so amehu about Ghanaians. Guy no ba so na o say oh inti Kevin inti e den e be ye no. Amema who say chale Ghana for binum hia education papa easy. But Kevin oh yeah juma pa but Ghana for bebre no majority ni hia education. Me hwe wo video bi na ohin bi Mahama akotena ohin bi anim. Ana ohin no ka kire Mahama niema MPP abaswa omatoma MPP for years enso so MPP omo kwan kra enye yi ana osin futura bono ama ne bosom bi answer questions bi mo se ne bosom ayira o se den no na after that no the ohini no was crying na ne for the entoma ababe kata ne ho so omo protecting say ohini na ohini su them Kevin, and I was so sad to say, Ohini doesn't know, say he has power to even come out with a decree for someone in to say, Mamu vote to my MPP because yes, you vote to my MPP. And so look at what they are doing to us. The Ohini doesn't know he has power. I was so sad that day when I watched your video and I watched it. And Mahama was sitting there watching him and he was smiling. I was sitting there, I was like, oh my God. This king doesn't know he has power. And he's crying because he has voted for years for MPP and MPP has done nothing in his constituency. I was so sad. Kevin Ubuejuma, the Ghanaians majority needs education.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this. Hello, caller.
Hello, Mr. Kevin.
Yes, sir. Kasa with you.
Good morning, Mr. Kevin. In fact, a school na seminar or can school no say oh power bank cool bia and I'll be near twana same say school ni free. School ni free, Mr. Kevin. Me de me be call me. Me
5,000. Me 5,000 this year. Onyanko.
The same time we try 5,000, Mr. Kevin. Me bana ko school SS2. This am bana a real boy. Me call bro no we just school na shame. Oye ne gelem say.
We jai.
What can we yo?
We jai school no.
We boy office school. I mean office school no we. Office school by a we no. Me kaka ya office school ko so nko bi o. Oye gelem say Mr. Kevin. Hwe amani ani pe hu ne Ghana. Mr. Kevin bra ye bre. Nana semenhia. Tisia ayo kwa na medem ho na be ka chem say school ni free a na adwene be ne wo trim adwene be ne wo trim ka say school is free
Bema me da say what's on that thing yeah me da say thank you. Hello caller. Hello
Kevin.
Yes, kasa with you.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, mama ka say me choma me fantin for Mwabuchi.
Okay.
Many years now, but Ghana, your problem, Kasipani corruption. I don't often corruption. Ghana for anyone, me feed a eka one chassis. Corruption oil and all kukun, all say kun, urugu manen. Ewa, share from nurses, teachers, police, politicians, so-called politicians, chief executive officers. In fact, if they eliminate that, the other often corruption. You could not get the wrong. Apart from Mensah as a boss, Mawari, main problem on the other often corruption. Share them rights a yearly. Them two masters, one of them Minister of Education. Them might be abrochi. Mbodon for one family and Wizzy.
That's
Ghana, what do you mean from what and
Amisha Papa, thank you very much. Hello, caller.
Hello, Kevin. This is Christopher calling from New York.
All right, Christopher, go ahead.
Hey, Kevin Taylor. Ghanaians are not happy. I see that today from Nana Akufo-Addo's Facebook post. The way Ghanaians are talking to the president, that tells you Ghanaians, we are completely tired. I have never seen a president posting on social media and a response from Ghanaians. This tells you we are completely tired. And come 2024, I think justice will be done.
Thank you very much. All right. Hello, caller.
Hello. Hi, Kevin. This is Thelma. Yes, I am calling regarding the rights for the kids of the schools.
Yeah.
If you think about it, even the matrons, I mean, when they are going to cook the rice, they will realize that it's not good. So why should they even cook the food? Like I always say, it is the last resort. They are going to cook the rice. No more who say it's not good for the kids. And if you think about it, how do we know say it's just for the schools? Maybe for some restaurants and some watches seller out there.
No, it's for the
Are we safe at all in Ghana?
It's for the schools.
It could be, anywhere. Just for the schools. But how do we know that it's just for the schools?
Okay.
Well, it is a corona. Nobody have empathy. Say, dear me, and yet I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stop it. That is very bad. Well, it would you want to say no? Would you say gonna cry every year? Are we going back home or we stuck here? I mean, that's always that's what I say. Ever far. Okay. Thank you very much for all what you do.
Thank you, Thelma, for the call. Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, Uncle Cole. Mese Uncle Cole, the master me and baby. Makada master me one of MPP guy be argument on there. And imagine there, Obia Ubeluko school nesi 200 Ghana cedis simple. For even the number of students at work school who want to fund to the Banungo Mama for man wins for one term.
That is it. So why don't you why don't you let the parents bear some of the cost? That is all. And normally you're progressive, the parents should bear some of the cost. Inti akrani baskunagas okay, for this semester we are going to make sure the parents be into 1,000 Ghana. It's for the food they'll get good food to eat. So why this pressure? Why this by force thing?
Kaka, many students ma nkofo your friend young ladies by 4 be wo marry ma oko school obaya. No mo be 2 says when you stomach ulcer.
Moframan
when you stomach ulcer. Adecha na the china na me no hospital. Na the china no makacha won there. We are seeing me one be catcher or bachelor different quarter class or bachelor into my tennis. But ya ka a kaka pen or catcher the away NDC in the mother. Now when you mad, a kaka pen was our NDC. No macachona in a by NDC. Now one uncle said, away for her, Sabi, she had the Benidi. National Eco School was a heard my house will be lady. We were fan and Abu Lady. No, I can't. As you know, I don't know free no share. All cost also you free all call back almost 5,000 and sign up for
free no way.
All school or back almost 5,000.
I'm sure. Papa, thank you very much. All right. Hello, caller.
Hello, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Kobe from America. You see, it's really sad that people back home do not really take this election cycle serious. I'm talking about the NDC. If you look critically at what you showed this night, the development of Mahama, the projects he did all these years, it's really sad that these things are already in the system and still folks do not know or recognize. So the point is that NDC has to really step up with their visual communication department, all right? Because it was this same Mahama that was at work at the time, and it is this same Mahama that is present at the moment. he did it, but everybody was blindfolded. And also the mainstream media is to blame. You know, they've been bought. You've shown us documentaries upon documentaries. Folks have been fixed in positions, and they are now weak, and they have become stooges of the system. So I just want to encourage you to keep it up. I know Mr. S was boiling for you to play more of this.
Next year, we're going to, when we come back, you guys are going to see a lot of these things next year. Next year, you guys will be like, it's enough. A lot of these things. And that's what we'll be doing next year. Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate this. All right. Hello, caller. Yeah, Patrick Kasabitio.
I just want to encourage you to keep it up. I know Mr.
Hello, caller Kasa. All right, I think he's also done. He was speaking. Freebie, because when he call again, we're not going to pick up. We'll bet 2 more calls to call to pick and end today's show. Hello, caller.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kevin. Person me clear adibi oha. Me NDC for communication and money ade. I mean, yeah, me see me person me clear adibi oha. And hello.
Utie TV no. Why am I you free so? I was so tearful na me kasa.
Yeah, me person me can assembly correct issue bi kakra. Me wo ho no NDC for me no mutimi kopa communication ho. Na mom 2016 sa glim book no uko kan he wo kuma se kra no bi ate ase. Me ka se wa wunua kwadwo gantoa. Wotimi mo bi kogina baabi no mo afre. Kwadwo green book no
ho
Kwadwo green book no wakoduru ho ewo ho wase o ebi o no atwa baabi di akire kwami sefa kan so am obi akogina school no ewo ho no eja wo no wakoduru ho bo ho ma ne man na NDC ni no oti studio ho no wa kasa Kevin mi do nyame aye nam na se me kasante e wo me ho ni jimi aye jimi se senya wa yiwe ne baya enka obi ani ho a wo betimba kogina sante wa ko kire green book ma kire obi o me ka gimia asantini tete me ya gimia ti ho tete nria wo mo ayade me ka sa tem say communication team no timi ko gina green book wa na ko tie green book wo mo chichechiche wo mumu na drug kwami sefa kan program na time wadru ho ene twa ho mfoni mi antia wase a me ba ye no mabusa krom ho nyina wo mo se bibia nkoso ha me se aferi hospital kra wo mi ko gina ho wakọ hu bibi te sa kwami gantoa wasi yasi kufo na beji assassin no copy scan ba ye ne scan de boy ye chese on kwasia na kave mesi me ka gimi asantifo ye gimi se nya wo station we ya enka 2024 ye be say lusu with that kind of communication wo metime kasama wo musu no mo ni su tin so me na me yagma electoral commission. I'm telling you today.
I think we will end the phone ins right now. We have done enough. So I just want to say this and end the show. No, 2024. Ochina Yebe show Friday will be our last show for the year. We've done a lot this year. We will do more next year. And next year, what is going to happen? And we will open our new studios next year. Our new studios. A year studio we are coming up with a year election studio. You see a big studio, a much more wider screen, and that is going to happen from next year. Next year, our focus will be on Ejuma Jomahama Aye and the impact. Next year, we are going to focus on Ghana Nina or Hono the Opeso and what Jomahama will do for Ghana. I know Kofi Busansem say na John Mahama obedi president. I know more few who say John Mahama ye president per 3 years 4 months. Enti say yetna na ye show bibia na ye say John Mahama ye time na ye president. I also say when John Mahama is given another 4 years, the oye no obetuma the double. That means say John Mahama etna so no ka say me metuma finish so me yeah. You cannot doubt John Mahama. Now, what we are going to do next year, and they say, remember Ghana, why 4 years of John Mahama is like 20 years of NPP? Why Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, so what the power mana, what the power make kufuado? Tie. So oko jina vote aba enim, and oko saline, and oko any voting center, That's a meto ama baumia. You are voting for Kufuado's another 4 years. A dangerous. A risky. We will not get the Ghana back again. These people have taken everything from us. Right now, the only fear a woman come say, "Sa aban sasa ehino moko." John Mahama say, when it comes to corruption, the obetumi aye as an individual and a president who has only 4 years, and they say, or the 2 mini beshe yensem ema yene, ye make sure say obiya wodi sika ewo kwan bone so no, saa nipa no emra ewa asase so no eninedi. For some time from 1992 besin there, anytime you beka corruption bia no, na yete ho ne ye twa ma nipa bi etu ho anamon. Eno ena aye the biggest the albatross eda ye kuma ema yentumi fight corruption. Now John Dramani Mahama, there are a few things are waka. The 24-hour economy is the best. But when it comes to corruption, waka semia was say etogana bia komaso. Or say so obedi president. There's corruption edidi Ghana mu. Time Mahama bedi president from 2012 2016. He tried to fight corruption. Mahama Nkwani the only president of Ghana which made jaili no hunipa. E bin see that. John Dramani Mahama Nkwani president awifra bema which makachira abai otoso say misika da bank we ni bank we kohwese mabokro no a chimitum. John Dramani Mahama Nkwa any nipa which matna Ghana ha as ex-president which makachira abai ni say we be a special prosecutor's officer making sure say it has taken effect. Make call for no so differ. That prosecutor's office should be independent enough to go after anyone current and past appointees and myself. So be the bonia. John Dramani Mahama Nkwane Tumaka wa mamrim ewa Ghana has said when he's given power, he will give us the power to run this country, especially when it comes to corruption. Send you besiano into obeti be for the commission. So I want to commission that my church commission munchro. You can say yate commissioner. Sa commissioner yate no different from committee. Committee any to me obo to makasa asimesi udi for. I was say you ko buaw for na ko fiase. See you can say commissioner. Omo the same powers at to say high court. It is a uko jina commission enim. Na commission ka say adia yebusa wi ne nkrata went to be ya no. If you say udi for no e was say uko fiase a commission to me at to say court to me. Na de Jomahama can say, or the 2 million bema commission. Na de bema na spectacular and a very interesting. And they say, I did you may be a commission be dibiano, yabeno TV so. Emma Ghana ni be hu say ebia Mahama for be one time and a sebio wakosha kukuom and or person or tata obi or see or person Ghana for who say yen na or see a con a katashe any proyeno. Sa commission no obobetena TV so 24/7 de bia omo TV so say ya to yensa efre asimesia e wo TV so krata bia asimesi beyi e de defend no so no ho no e wo TV so asembia commission be busa omo de krata beta to no so e wo TV so nti yene ne ebehu se asimesi obokro no anase wambokro no Mahama odi ni kura anase ondi ni kure se commission from Mahama hu nipa wa ban mu a yenyire ni tua. Say you say Mahama bane de omunsa afem ebe say aha mo yakromfo nti this is the best transparency president bia ne aban bia betumi aka say this is what I want to do nti that alone should tell you the young Ghanaian say somebody has brought something up and tested that we have not tested this before. And nipa now this idea way bano we're trying the possible best when he was president to test it with us. And at the end of the day, on what to be jailing nipa jailing the party for. But they say I say opesa wo Ghanaian now wo koto abano wo. And so sa corruption fight no. Inti sa sembe to commission anim. Na se Fred John Mahama ba. Na se John Mahama betena wa me ne wo Ghani yen kasa commission to them. And no be na kofo ba ya obabie eye de reconciliation commission. Yen nyina hwe no TV so senko bi tumi beka kire o TV so say JJ Rollins twitu o nanim e no bo bitim to a saa mre no saa commission wo ho kwan so beka say menyanchi JJ Rollins ntum ana yanko bo ntuo efri say ya ka wo commissioner eno so wo eye de court so e de tumi Na obi entumi ametina TV so anka nkyerɛ yɛ sɛ JJ Rawlings ba ne papa fie etwi to bo ne papa trim ɛno nti na obi entumi jeli JJ Rawlings. Nti sɛ yɛ pɛsɛ ɔman ne kɔ fighting corruption is hard. But when you get a leader who is willing to let you be part of the fight against corruption, take it. This is Africa. Yaya one mistake, two mistakes, and the abedru ha. Nipa bebreka, inti de na mahama ye ni infie and 9 pay. And na mahama ye we because ayama ye ni anda ho. Ye mbusa nsem. Yan shada amhwe abmabuo si bia kwa ye tietie nkofo. Atrofo konkonsafo awifo dabrabafo. Jantirafo awifo a na ye tie omunti ende dwumadie bi a NDC di ye nyoma ma kire wo show we so no ni nyina akadem akagurem ni nyina sabio ya boka egu. It is our responsibility as citizens to come together and fight corruption collectively. We need to collectively come together as one people to listen and also follow how we can fight corruption together. This one thing that John Mahama has said can change the perception. It can change how governance, it can change how governments rule. And this is very important for every single Ghanaian. John Mahama said, handle the corruption fight. The commission has the right to call my own people. And this is where we have to start the rebuilding of Ghana. We are going to build Ghana. You and I, we are going to bring John Mahama back. Me, anyway, we will come together collectively to bring John Mahama back for us to have the opportunity to fight corruption. So we now pekaya mutiuma esewa obanyansa for yebunibe yenkana. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. I will be back tomorrow to discuss Ghana. Have a wonderful night. Be good and God bless you. Cheers.
Take glory, Father. Take glory, Son. Take glory, Holy Ghost. Now and evermore. Take glory, Father. Take glory, Son. Take glory, Holy Ghost. Now and evermore. Take glory, Father. Take glory, Son. Take glory, Holy Ghost. Now and evermore. In the morning, early in the morning, I will rise and praise the Lord. In the morning, early in the morning, I will rise and praise the Lord. In the morning, early in the morning, I will rise and praise the Lord. In the morning, Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Lord. I know you come from heaven above. The Holy Spirit sit on the throne. Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Lord. I know you come from heaven above. Holy Spirit sit on. Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Lord. I know you come from heaven above. Hey, ama, in our dear Lord's garden, planted near below, many tiny flowers in sweet beauty grow. In our dear Lord's garden, planted near below, Traveling from this land, we are on our way to heaven. Only Christians can go there. So let us praise the Lord. Left foot, left hand, right hand, shoulder up, shoulder in, chest up, right hand, left foot. We are traveling from this land.